everyone. Welcome to another live Realmsmith D&D session. This is Sentinels of the Storm, episode 31. Just want to share, for those of you that do not know, a few weeks ago, Todd Harris, who played McGill on our stream, took his life. And we had a tribute to him last week. It was a very touching, a very emotional tribute, and a really wonderful tribute. And we just wanted to say bye to him in the way that we knew best. And Todd would want us to move on. And so our episode tonight is not, the title of our episode is not actually specific to the episode itself. It's actually specific to us as a group moving forward and moving ever onward and upward, and as Todd would want us to. And so what we do forward, we do in tribute to Todd, and we love him and we miss him, and he would want us to do him proud. And so we're going to continue to do that. Tragedy struck again last night. Those of you that have watched our stream, Millie, our tavern dog, was hit by a car and didn't make it. And so we're mourning. We all loved her. We all shared the responsibility of her. And she was my little girl and precious and helped me through a lot of really difficult times. And so we miss her too. And unfortunately, stuff like this happens and we don't quite understand it. But D&D is a place where we come and we're able to kind of escape a little bit. That's where I started when I was younger, and that's what it continues to do for all of us. And so we were thinking about canceling tonight's stream, but decided, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're going to honor Todd, and we're going to honor Millie, and we're going to continue to do what we all love to do and share it with all of you in the meantime. And so that is something that is incredibly, incredibly important to us. And then, completely by accident, Dave Morin, who plays on other stream, gave me this shirt. And I looked down at it today, and I said, yep, it just kind of happens. Every once in a while, and it comes in groups. Actually, 3 weeks ago, Millie got sprayed by a skunk after our last Sentinels of the Storm session before our tribute to Todd, right after the stream. And so my house has smelled like skunk though for the 2 weeks. Anyways, I'm ready for April to be done, but we are moving forward. So let's say hi to the people around the table. We're very excited. A couple of announcements. First off, crates. If you guys are interested in our monthly adventure crates, we are currently shipping, help me, what are we shipping? Black Marshes. We're currently shipping Black Marshes. I apologize for those. It is a little delayed. We wanted to ship April 25th, which is our target date every month. But because of the tragedy with Todd, we all took a little bit of time, and things were pushed by a week. So we are currently, we've packed a bunch of them, and we've actually shipped a bunch of them today.
Well, actually, we packed the Shattered Shield for the new...
Shattered Shield, sorry. We packed the Shattered Shield ones for the new subscribers from this past month, and we are we're packing, Black Marshes this week to be sent out at the end of the week. So we thank you guys for your patience through this time. It's difficult, and we've had so many well wishes. In fact, Todd's GoFundMe, which we started by Realmsmith, raised almost $14,000 for his family and his kids. So yeah. I want to thank the community for that. That is huge. That was you guys that did that. People who didn't even know him personally, who just watched our stream or who heard the news. So thank you so very much. His family was beside themselves, and the rest of the money that didn't go to the funeral will go to his two boys who need it dearly. So anyways, we thank you guys, and we couldn't do this without you guys and wouldn't want to. We're really excited to announce, and we've announced it before, we're talking about it again, this Sunday from 5 to 7 Eastern Standard Time, which is 3 to 5 Pacific Time. I always get that wrong. We are starting an official D&D Nolzur's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith on the D&D Twitch. It will be hosted on our Twitch and then rehosted on theirs, so you can watch it on either one. We were starting with the Young Copper Dragon miniature by WizKids, which we're really super excited about. And so that is this Sunday. Don't miss it. That'll be every week on Sunday from 5 to 7 Eastern Time, 3 to 5 Pacific Time. And we're super pumped about that. Please don't miss it. It'll be so much fun. Tune in, leave your comments and chat, and we'd love to be there. So it is going to be on the Twitch. I think we're also going to be on YouTube as well. But we'll give you more details as we get closer to that time. But we're super excited to partner with all those wonderful people. Origins. We'll be at Origins this year. I don't have the date in front of me. I wish I did. I am just not prepared tonight, clearly. Origins is June 12th to 16th. And we are going to be there doing master classes like we were last year. So we're doing painting master classes, 3 or 4 a day, with brand new minis from WizKids. Again, we're super excited to partner with WizKids and Vallejo in order to bring you those. You basically just use chips. It's a chip system at Origins to sign up for them, and it's like 25 people per class. We do like three to four a day, and we do celebrities that paint along with us. And so we'll have celebrities join us. Last year we had Holly Conrad, Rudy Rutenberg, and Satine Phoenix, and a bunch of other people join us for those. So they were a lot of fun. We'll be there again this year, and there's so much fun stuff coming. Even Gen Con stuff coming, which I can't talk about yet, but we're super excited about fun stuff coming this year. It's going to be a blast. Want to tell you about a giveaway. Every week we like to give something away. This week we're going to give away a membership to the Realm. What that is you get early access to content, as well as access to the modules from our crates, the PDFs of them, and private hangouts, as well as the private streams with our noobs. And so we'll be doing that as well. We'll be giving that away tonight. The way that you win is you're just active in our chat. So on Twitch and YouTube, and then we will roll a dice for all the people who have been active and commenting, and then randomly we'll choose somebody who gains a membership to the Realm. It has a lifetime value of $3,500 or something like that, according to Joel Ogier.
Over like 60 years.
Yeah, 60 years, whatever. It's a lifetime value of $3,000. So you guys will enjoy that. It's actually $5 a month, but you'll enjoy that for free. And if you like what you see here, subscribe and hit the little bell icon on YouTube. And we'll notify you every time we go live, as well on Twitch. Make sure that you follow us as well. And I think now we're affiliates, so I think you can subscribe. Not sure, but I think that happened this week. I think that happened. Right?
What?
That's
Sounds
it.
legit. Let's
Lots
go
of
with it.
announcements.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do character intros, and then we'll do a bit of a recap from 2 weeks ago, and then we'll step right in. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
All right. Brando.
I'm Brendan Perkins, and I play Vor, who was created by an evil drow wizard. Made him from an orc and a drow, creating the weirdness that you see before you on this day. And the weirdness that you're about to see as well. So enjoy that.
Jeff.
Oh, my name's Jeff, and I play Roscoe Tossbottom. And the way that Roscoe was discovered and joined the party was that when my previous character's sister was kidnapped and most of his family massacred with very detailed backstories.
You never let that go.
Nope.
That's
nope,
great.
Never. I joined the party through that way. And you're probably asking yourself one of two questions right now. Why is his huge mop of blue hair constantly waving? Or what is he talking about? What is he tripping on? And the answer to both those questions, of course, is Air Genasi, Roscoe Tossbottom. So there we go.
That's
Very
good.
nice.
We'll leave our noob to last.
Okay.
Akantha.
Sounds good. I am Monica, aka the Rogue. I play a druid. I like to shapeshift, and I like nature and animals, and I like to talk in an English accent because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. So my character talks like this.
Thank goodness for Harry Potter.
And Tim, who is actually our logistics manager. What do we call
Our
you?
tech guy.
Operations.
Operations manager.
Producer.
And he basically runs everything. I just make pretty things, and he actually does all the hard work. And so we are very, very happy to have Tim join us for the next near future. We'll see how it goes and see how Tim enjoys it and stuff. But he has played D&D before. He's not brand noob, but he is fairly new to D&D. So we will be patient and be kind with his 9th level cleric that we just gave him in the last week. Welcome to 9th level. But Tim, tell us a little bit about your character.
So my name is Tim. I'm playing Onthiel, which is a male turtle cleric of the
Turtles!
Tempest domain. So
Unite.
you'll find out how I'm getting in game as the night goes on, but I'm basically a 6 foot, 400-pound walking turtle.
It's great.
God, there's a joke there somewhere, but I can't.
And he's a hero in a half shell, and he's green.
Yeah, but I did do a monk.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Turtle power.
Turtle power. All right. quick recap. Oh, quick announcement that I didn't say. This Thursday evening, we are doing a noob session. It is in the realm. Basically, we run our noobs through not these folks, folks in our noob stream. We call it Tales of the Shattered Shield. It's Tim, Katie, Ryan, Rachel, and sometimes some other people. And we run them through our crates every month, basically. We're a little behind, so we're trying to catch up. So Thursday night, we'll be doing that, hopefully, here in the studio. Only on Facebook, though. It's going to be live in the realm, exclusive to members of the realm. It's a very kind of close-knit group. It's also because we don't want to broadcast the crate storyline and campaign to people who may be playing it with their DMs. So it's a little gift to our realm players and to our crate subscribers, and it's a fun little intimate game experience, which we're really looking forward to. All right, so going back, you guys went to Maelstrom to find out potentially what happened to Hekaton and what was going on in his court, to hopefully get some answers as to why the Ordening of Giants has been broken. You didn't get a lot of information, but you did find out that Imarith, the blue ancient dragon, adult dragon, had disguised herself as a storm giant and infiltrated the court. You found this out, you called her out, she disappeared with the scepter that controlled the dragon throne that Sarissa, Hekaton's successor, was on. She's now paralyzed in that throne. What you did find out is that she had a little wooden chip that you found out was called the Golden Goose, which led you to a riverboat casino run by a captain and a Lord Nelrond, who you have not met yet. You guys have spent some time here. Roscoe got up to his usual anarchy and is now truncing around the deck, chased by deckhands, invisible, because he rolled 2 natural ones with advantage. Right? That's what happened? Or inspiration?
You could have just stopped with...
Anyways, he's in trouble. Meanwhile, on another deck, Akantha and Vor are... Actually, Akantha is gambling at a table, and Vor is watching carefully. They've also met Ping Mao, who... Ping Mao?
Who?
I think Mao Ping... Pao Ming. One of those.
Bing Bao.
Pao Ming, who is managing the casino, it seems, and carries the Golden Goose chips in her bag of holding, and does all of, it seems to be just be handling the business side of things of the casino. You, Onthiel, being a cleric of the Tempest variety, right? Mm-hmm. You have a love for all things sea and storm, and you have been traveling the Sword Coast in search for purpose, and as turtles tend to be nomadic adventure, you did find out that through the grapevine, as it were, that the Ordening of Giants had been broken and it had something to do with storm giants, and you knew that storm giants are akin to the ocean and to storms and tempest, and so it piqued your interest, and you have been searching for answers in a way to help since. Okay. It led you to this riverboat because, and you guys don't know this, it is tied somewhat to the Kraken Society. And Lord Nelrond is rumored to be a member. And you got this under secretive means that aren't necessarily open to the public. So not a lot of people know this. It's a secret society called the Kraken Society, but you know nothing else about it. And I love that you're taking handwritten notes on your iPad. That's amazing.
You have very beautiful penmanship.
In
Absolutely.
fact, I wish we had a table cam just to show
That's
you.
gorgeous.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, you. Oh.
Calligraphy. Oh, I'm
And you
sorry.
said in memory of Todd that you're actually doing handwritten notes now in a leather-bound book, isn't it?
Yeah, so that way...
No, just keep taking notes. He's taking notes about his character. Whatever. So you found a way aboard the ship, but unfortunately, because you're a turtle and because you don't have any fineries, and fineries don't necessarily come in your size,
Right.
The shell of the shell variety, you found yourself onto the boat as a rower, and so you are currently on the bottom deck, amongst 30 or so other people rowing the ship, and basically you know that you row from basically dusk until dawn in shifts, and then you row back the whole way, and in the morning you get paid. And you've been doing this for a couple nights now, just to kind of get yourself situated and kind of familiar with the crew, and obviously with the intention of getting some more information about this lord and his casino and his connection to the whole thing. All right?
Yep.
Clear? All right. So currently we find Vor and Akantha in the Golden Goose Casino. You just won a handsome hand of Dragon Poker. And around the table from you is Ricardo, the Copper Dragon born, who you met. Not the Copper Dragon, that would be weird. The Copper Dragonborn, who you met and have befriended somewhat. There is a man in some sort of military kind of finery uniform at the table as well. A finely dressed man who has a lady of the night at his shoulder, who is caressing his shoulder for good luck. And of course, Akantha sitting at the table. And then the dealer who has been dealing the night. She is the halfling woman who you saw in line to get on the boat when you guys first boarded last time we saw you guys. Everyone looks around the table. Dealer looks at you, says, "Another hand."
One moment, please. Do you think I should keep playing then and keep winning money?
Yeah, I guess so, if it's working.
Right. Sure. One more hand, please.
One more? All right. She looks around. Everybody else kind of nods and says they're in. And she begins to deal. And I should probably, it's a new deck of cards, because last week's wasn't good, or last session's wasn't good.
This is so cool that I'm playing poker within D&D.
A game within a game.
A game within a game.
What do you mean? D&D's not real?
What?
What?
It's totally
This isn't real life?
super real.
So meta.
It's super duper real. So what it is.
Okay, here we go. She begins to deal around the table. I just dropped my mic pack. That's great. All right.
Way to go.
Right?
They're not expensive.
Did you get
No,
like
they're not expensive,
the
no.
official Dragon Poker deck?
No, I didn't. No, not yet. That's next time.
That's not soon enough.
Do it faster. Do it faster.
Okay. She deals out the 2 face-down cards. And she says, "Bets are open."
20.
Okay. The Copper
don't know where to
Dragonborn
put
looks
it.
at
Put them
you
on the screen, I think.
and kind of smiles. He says, "I'm in for 20. The man in the uniform says he's in. And the finely dressed man kind of looks around the table, looks like he's about to fold, and then the woman slaps him on the shoulder. She goes, "Come on, it's only money." He kind of rolls his eyes and he puts 20 in as well. Big pot. All gets pushed into the middle. Everyone has seen. Here we go. Bet is to you. Akantha, is it?
Sure. I will bet another 20.
Ricardo looks at you and he says, I can't quite read you. An interesting one. I will see it. And from his massive stack, puts in 20. The man in the uniform folds. She smacks him on the shoulder, and the man in the finely dressed uniform also. All right, no more bets. Bets to you, Akantha.
30.
All right. The Dragonborn. Too rich for my blood for this hand. He folds. Man in the suit looks at you, feels like he's got your number, and he says, "I'll see it." for 30. Are we ready? 2 down. 2 down. 2. That's due.
$35.
The woman goes, ah. And he says, I'm out of here. And he folds, gets up, but he walks away. She says, congratulations, you won the hand. Ricardo looks at you and he smiles and he nods. Meanwhile,
Easy.
otherwise, on the deck, on the rowing deck, I should say, on the lower deck, we come
I'm
to
sorry,
you,
which
Osteo.
deck?
Below decks.
the below decks, yes, the lower. And in true Todd fashion, the dick.
The dick.
The lower dick.
Lower deck. Onthiel, you are currently rowing beside a man who you have come to know as Frederick. He is a man probably in his 25 or so. Young individual, rough around the edges. Kind of keeps to himself a little bit, but he is your bunk mate or your row mate in your little section there. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do at this point? You know that your shift, you've been now rowing for about an hour. You know that your shift is like a 2-hour shift.
Okay. So we're rowing. We're rowing as we speak?
Yeah.
So the boat is moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he is not rowing, so you're rowing, and then you guys switch off every 2 hours.
Okay.
And then you sit and he rows.
And I just sit there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're not allowed really to go
And do
up
anything.
above. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're not, because it's a you know that's a fine party, and you know that, you know, obviously the status of the people above wouldn't want the help to
Okay.
be involved.
So I know what the boat is.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I know it's a gambling boat.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that good
you've
stuff.
caught all of that through
Okay.
through rumor and through understanding. You know that it is a gambling boat, and it's quite a busy, successful gambling boat.
Okay.
What do you do?
I talked to Frederick.
Okay.
Have you ever been above this deck?
No, we're not allowed up there. I've been doing this for I don't know, a couple months, and no, they don't allow us. They just do it for the pay. My mom's sick, and trying to keep a healer paid is not a cheap task, and so it's what I do.
Do you know anything really about the man that owns this boat?
All I know is his name is Lord Nelrund. That's all I know of him. There are rumors that he has a pet octopus. Creepy thing.
Ugh,
I've seen him carry it around on the dock.
really? Octopus are delicious. Have you ever had
No,
octopus?
I'm not a fan of octopus.
With some lemon?
Yeah, I bet.
It's fantastic.
And where are you from?
Oh, here and there. My people don't really have homes because we wear our homes.
On your back.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you sleep in your home? I've just never seen.
Never seen a turtle?
No, I have not.
Yes. I sleep in my shell.
In your shell.
It's very comfy in there.
Wow.
And very well protected.
It's something.
Yes.
Yeah.
But can be left open. A little bit accessible.
Yes, I understand.
So, who do I talk to down here if I wanted to see upstairs?
Yeah. And as you know, there are two deckhands who they change them every night. So for the last 2 nights, they've been different. This third night, there's two deckhands that kind of walk up and down the middle aisle, who kind of shout orders, or if you're not rowing hard enough or whatever, tell you guys to switch. So they just kind of like patrol the whole area.
Okay.
One of them is a fair individual, freckled face, red hair, rough around the edges as usual. Most of the deckhands are. And you recognize him. He was on the this shift last night, and he's currently kind of passing. And Frederick says, Well, I mean, I don't think anybody will allow you upstairs. It's just not something that we're allowed to do. But I guess one of the deckhands, they kind of manage us down here and tell us when to take breaks and whatever. I mean, I guess that's the way to do it. And you're allowed, obviously, to go to hit the head, which is through these doors. On the lower level, there's 2 through the curtains, but
Okay,
you have to go in
This
shifts.
is not the lower level.
No.
Main deck. Okay.
No, I can show you the lower level. The lower level looks like this.
Okay, so the head is up at the
Yeah,
bow
so these
here?
are the 2 heads.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know that it just is putrid stench in there. You are facing 2 other individuals. One is a darker man, dark kind of chocolate skin, and beside him a dark-haired, very heavily tanned gentleman, which don't seem to talk much at all. And you don't recognize him. Frederick has been your benchmate for a little while, but these 2 are new in front of you. You've never seen them before.
So sorry, they're on the bench with us?
Yeah, so they're across from you. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4 down,
Okay.
and they're across from you there.
Okay.
We can get the map up as well, just so people at home can see as well. Yeah, so on the bottom deck, from the top of the ship, on the right side, you are 4 down. And you're currently, so it's a bench that faces each other. One person rows, the other person sits. Yeah. And you guys, trade up. Let's go over to Jeffrey at this point.
Joffrey.
So you are currently
Where's the? Oh yeah, here we are.
in the move, clear all those folks. I love when people when you guys split the party because movement. All right, so on the stage you find 3 musicians and a dancing girl. Another musician here.
What's level?
Yeah, one has a lute, one has like a little drum, and one has a flute. And
Other side.
there is a fine gentleman in the far corner, a noble.
Oh man, you're fine.
Ooh, a fine gentleman.
Yeah, right there is good, yeah. And you guys can just turn the camera a little bit just so they can see a bit better. Yeah, there we go. With a lady of the night beside him, yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
An escort of sorts.
Escort to
Like, ooh, that-
Escort of sorts.
I like that mini.
Escort of sorts. And there is another noble type character in the far corner.
This corner?
Currently, yeah. So there's only 3 people right now. That person there is kind of dancing. She's actually kind of like moving around a little bit in the corner. The dancing girl is in the middle of the dance floor. She's dancing and walking around and smiling at people, and so you can tell that they just kind of started, and you've only heard music now, Jeff, for maybe the last 10 minutes or so. So they just got started in the evening. Most people are eating or they're upstairs gambling. You would imagine that later on in the night it probably picks up a little bit more. You have just stepped through the curtain.
Oh,
Oh no, you crossed, right?
Yeah,
You crossed?
I was fleeing,
Right.
so I ran sort of, maybe not quite as far as I am, but more closer to the middle of the stage there.
Right.
And there are 3 or 4 beefy.
Yes.
Okay.
Biffy.
River.
And as mentioned when we ended the stream last time, you opened up one of their bunks,
Yeah.
rolled a double -1, a double natural one. They heard you running footsteps. They know that there is an invisible stowaway on the ship. 2 of them have come through the curtain already and are standing in the open area with their swords out. The one is looking through the curtain into the area. At this point, you are the dancing girl is in front of you, and she's doing spirals around you. They've just come through, and they're kind of looking around. And the gentleman who was leading the party, who's been kind of calling the shots,
Yeah.
looks at them, and he kind of does one of these. And the gentleman in the front, of the red-caped folks, one of them starts to circle that way. Yep. One of them goes right towards the middle. That one there walks more, and that one there goes to the side of the stage. Yeah, like that. What do you do?
I give up. No, I'm kidding. Being that I'm invisible,
Yes.
all my equipment's invisible.
Yes.
I assume that if I pull out something, use it like equipment-wise.
Yeah. Okay.
It
That doesn't help. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, sorry, I
Keep going.
should have rephrased that.
Keep going.
but it's right. It stays invisible. Now, does it stay invisible if I throw it?
No.
So as soon as I throw it, it.
And I believe as soon as you attack or make any noise, I think you're seen. What's the word of visibility there? I'm pretty sure if you make any sort of action or loud noise, your invisibility goes away.
It doesn't allow for a ton
No.
Your location is given away.
extra freedom.
Okay. So, what I was thinking of doing was not actually attacking per se.
Yeah.
Was reaching into my bag of ball bearings.
Yeah.
And grabbing a handful.
Yeah.
And just toss them on the ground in front of the guards.
Okay. And what is your intention in doing that?
To kill them.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, I mean,
no. Yeah.
No. It would be to hopefully have them slip as they move around.
Can you read invisibility to me for a sec? Like actually read what the instructions say.
You're gonna home
There are-
alone the guards?
Precious little details. It's concentration up to an hour.
Ball bearings are full.
Right. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
Yeah.
So as soon as it leaves,
Yeah,
it will
sure.
show up.
Yeah.
Okay. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Okay, so this isn't an attack. You're just throwing them on the ground so that if they chase after you, perhaps they slip and fall and you slow them down. Is that
Correct.
kind of the intention?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the ball bearings would still become apparent, but I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they're not looking
Sure.
right.
Yeah. I would like you to make a dexterity check in order to kind of throw them in a direction that makes sense and not like trip yourself up
Nice.
accidentally.
I really hadn't seen that.
Because crit happens.
Natural ones.
Natural 2. So that's a 4.
Okay. So that's a 4.
That dice sucks.
Yeah. And are you trying to do this quietly? I would like you to make a stealth check, please.
Come on, baby. Come on.
You can pass me that dwarf. Maybe that's
That was 11.
an 11. Okay.
Useful. Can I have someone else's die? These are not rolling well.
Now the rule with invisibility is you are invisible. Do you get advantage on your stealth checks or anything like that? Or is it just not seen unless you...
I think you should give me advantage on stealth checks, but it's not explicitly mentioned as such.
As long as you feel strongly about it.
Out of the kindness of your heart.
That's really how this game works.
Okay, so all of a sudden, ball bearings appear out of thin air from your hands as they leave in the direction. They start to tink along the ground and jump and bounce as they kind of roll in that direction. The two guards look down and are distracted by the ball bearings. The guard right in the middle that was the first one to come through the curtain sees where it came from, sees the spray, and says, "That way!" And he points in your direction. I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh, don't I get a chance to peek away? Or?
You will, but this is we're now in initiative, and there's a certain matter of kind of order that this all needs to happen in. Oh man!
This is a terribly weighted die. 7.
Wasn't that Todd's die?
It was.
Is this his way of getting you back
Yeah,
for all
exactly.
those times?
Exactly.
For all those times.
Yeah, see, that's rolling better.
Hilarious.
For all we know, that was the die you kept getting ones on anyway.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
20-sided die, but it only rolls 4 numbers, 1 through 4.
Okay, what'd you roll?
7 for initiative.
That's too bad.
So everyone's gonna, anyway.
Okay. All right. So, this is the way this is gonna go. I'm gonna do. I'd like you to make. Oh, well, okay. So, the guards go first, or the guys go first. Okay, so the two guards on the side start to rush in that direction and actually start to lose their footing. And so that causes not them to fall, but they start to slow down their movement. And so they move within another 5 inches closer. The guard in the middle, though, crosses the direction, crosses it fine, is able to sidestep them, because you rolled a natural 20, and he is going to attack in your general direction.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
Duck and weave, baby.
With disadvantage, that is not probably enough. That is a 6. I'm assuming that misses. So as he comes across with his scimitar, you duck out of the way, right past you, as you're starting to make your retreat. I'm also going to give the dancing girl a dexterity save, and she manages to kind of sidestep, kind of sets herself on the side railing of the stairs and holds herself. Everybody gasps, the music stops, and you hear a scream from the working girl in the corner. I would like Akantha and Vor, I'd like you guys to make a perception check, please.
All right. Trying Todd's die too.
Don't do that.
13.
15.
With the 15, you hear a faint scream come from upstairs. The casino is very loud, but you hear music stop and you hear a scream. It seems like the rest of the room doesn't hear it, in fact. Everybody's just so kind of focused on what's going on. But you're, yeah.
The fact that I keep winning.
You're unnaturally perceptive.
Does it sound like a scream of distress or like somebody like, ooh, I won?
Not like I won, but yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna like listen, try to hear if there's anything more, because I think I just heard a scream, but it's a lot of noise. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to listen and see if there's anything else.
Yeah, okay. Roscoe, what do you do?
I'm so dead. I am going. The stairs.
Fireball.
Yeah, that's right.
Fireball.
Right.
Fireball.
That solves everything. Okay, I am going to. How far am I from the staircase?
Well,
10,
5,
15?
10 feet. 15, you'd be on it,
Okay.
but you're moving through people.
Jump on
Okay.
it.
I am going to not run the staircase,
Yeah.
but walk stealthily, briskly.
Give me a stealth check.
Briskly.
And if you're stealthily walking,
Briskly.
it's half movement.
I don't.
So to
brisk,
get there
baby.
is your full movement. Jeffrey.
8.
8. Trying carefully to get past
Oh,
them.
now there's a 20.
Okay, so you start to move in that direction, the 15 feet. You move, and you're kicking a couple of the ball bearings as you move. And the guy who has your number notices. You're looking back as you kind of go, and he's like watching the ball bearings go, and he's kind of pacing behind you. He's on top of the stairs. Put him in that little space in the stairs.
This
Jeff?
one?
No, Jeff. Jeff's scared.
Oh, I wasn't going to go down the stairs.
No,
actually.
how far were you gonna go? You could make it to the landing if you wanted to.
There's nowhere to. Like the stair, the banister for the stairs, you can't hide behind, right? It just goes down.
Yeah, it's just an open banister, hole in the ground. It's a spiral staircase.
Okay, in that case, I'm actually going to start down the stairs.
Yeah.
And as I go, I'm
Yeah.
going to take another handful of ball bearings and just toss them behind me.
Okay.
Horse bottom.
Yeah.
Give me another dexterity check for those ball bearings, please.
Please. Please.
Yes, please.
Nat one. This is I think this is where we need.
Did you just roll an at one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm cursed tonight, apparently. If I was playing golf, I'd be nailing it. But
Those flames sound like they're
Jeffrey,
eating you up.
does anyone else have healing? Because I'm going to need it in about a few minutes.
Oh man.
How can that be? Oh, okay. I need to get advantage on something because my second rolls are always fine, but my first ones.
That's cock die.
Yeah. See, that would have been a 3.
Okay, so yeah, all right.
2.
So you okay? So you start to walk. You kind of hastily take out these ball bearings, and you drops them at your feet as you're kind of throwing them back, and they spray, they hit the walls, they even fall on your head and your shoulders, kind of giving your silhouette away as they kind of tinkle off your
Tinkle.
ding, 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 ding. That's tinkling. Ding, 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 ding. Off your body shape. You like that?
No, that's fair. I rolled a 1. I deserve it.
Yeah, you
so.
do. And even the swirling of the air actually like shoots some of them off, and they're hitting guests in the head. It's a horrible situation. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That's excellent.
What have you done?
Honest to God, I don't know.
And it's clear that all of the guards are now seeing this spray of. Finally.
24.
24. With a 24, you're able to kind of you roll along some of these ball bearings under your feet, and you're able to kind of sidestep. Yeah. You surf it a little bit, and then you step onto clear ground. But those guards see you, and they know you're there. And it is now their turn. We're going to go back to Onthiel. You are currently talking to Frederick.
Okay.
And the gentleman with the reddish hair is starting to pass kind of by you. What do you do?
Okay. Frederick.
Yes. Your name?
Othniel.
Othniel.
Frederick, I need to get upstairs. So I need a favor. I need you to distract these deckhands so that I can try and get to the stairs. In return, I'm a cleric. In return, I will come heal your mother.
His eyes light up. And with his natural 1 that I just rolled, he says, I will do anything for my mother.
If I can find and get what I'm looking for on this boat, get off, I will come and heal your mother. But I need to get upstairs, and I can't with these deckhands walking around
I
watching
believe
me.
I can trust you. I believe that everything you're saying is absolute truth right now.
I love when you roll a 1.
And I'm utterly convinced that this is exactly what I need to do right in this moment.
Excellent. Okay, so where's the map?
Do you have any ideas of how I should distract them?
Can we go back to the...
Should I scream?
Can we go back to the map?
Yes, we can. Yeah, absolutely.
Scream
Now
for
you're
me.
just making it.
It's so dark.
Just want me to scream?
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay, so
Frederick,
we need
scream
to.
for me.
Scream for me.
I don't want to clear the folks that are on there because that's going to be a mess to put back.
Swear to me!
But what I am going to do is I am going to deckhand. This is the one that's passing you. So put him in right by the position that you are. 1,
Sorry.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, there. This deckhand here is actually at this curtain here, and he just kind of stopped there and he's turning to come that way.
Okay, so these guys just walk back and forth, alternating, kind of thing?
Say that again, sorry?
They just walk back and forth down the main...
Yeah, they just
Okay.
walk back and forth down the thing. Yeah. I'm gonna say that this is Frederick. Well, that's not. That doesn't look like a Frederick, but that's okay. I don't have someone who looks like a Frederick. That's unfortunate right now because I don't have one.
This guy
so
looks like a
instead,
Frederick, but he looks pretty rich.
what's that?
This guy looks like a rich Frederick. though.
Frederick would
No,
be
it's
like
okay.
a
We
rich
don't need a
man.
Frederick right now. But you can put yourself in that spot beside Frederick.
Who am I?
I don't have your mini.
Who are
I
you?
guess having a mini would probably.
Who am I?
Probably
I'd be
be
really excited to see this. You know,
I don't have a
We don't
turtle
have- we
mini.
don't have a
I don't
turtle
think
yet.
we have a turtle yet.
It's coming.
Okay,
Do we have a?
we have
we've
an extra
ordered-
dragonborn around.
We've ordered a turtle. I'm gonna find you a turtle. I'm just gonna give you that turtle for now. It's not a turtle. It's actually an elf, but it has a maul and a shield. Okay, so that is where you are. If we can get the overcam and if you guys can just twist it a little bit to see. There you go. What the situation is right now.
There you are.
There
this
it is.
is a turtle.
Yes. Okay. So what do you do? He says, "Do you have any ideas?" He's right there.
Sorry, do I know where the stairs are to go up?
You know that they're at either end.
Okay, so there's stairs on either end.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Frederick,
Yes.
here's what I need you to do.
Othniel, whatever you want.
I need you to get up, and I need you to start yelling. And I need you to run to the stern of the boat.
What should I yell?
Just ah!
Ah.
Yeah, like a late crazy man.
Okay.
And I need you to run to the stern of the boat.
Yeah. Which is the stern?
The back.
Okay.
Go to the back.
Thank you. Yes.
And my intent here is as he does that, I try and go to the bow and go up the stairs unseen.
Okay. So I am. Let me get this straight. I jump out. Ah.
Yeah. You're trying to get the midshipman to follow you to the back.
To the back.
Yeah.
Should I run to the back? Ah.
Yeah.
Yell?
Well, you should maybe punch him as you're running by,
Okay.
and then run to the back.
Punch him.
Yeah.
Punch
I
him?
really need you to punch
Give me a
him.
persuasion check.
That's a D20.
Yeah, every check you make is a D20. It's a 9 plus if you have anything for
Persuasion.
Yes.
So 15.
Oh, poor Frederick. Oh, that's unfortunate. How hard?
As hard as you can. Right in the face.
Punch him in the face as hard as I can.
And then run to the back of the boat.
Will you
screaming.
save me? Because this isn't going to go well.
Just thinking about your mother. I will cure your mother.
My poor mother.
Yeah.
I believe you. If I die today,
But
tell her why.
I will.
That I did this for her.
And I really need to get onto the upper decks.
I believe you. Okay.
Thank you, Frederick.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Frederick jumps up. Kind of like pats himself on the, gets ready, and he jumps out into the alley. The thing goes, ah, and decks this deckhand, decks him. That's really unfortunate. Okay, decks him, and the deckhand just like completely dumbfounded, has no idea what just happened. Turns to him. I would. Now we're in initiative. That is initiative in 2 places of the ship currently. I love it. Okay, so I would like you to roll initiative. So you're gonna roll a d20. You're gonna add your initiative bonus to that, which is at the top of the page.
9.
Okay, and okay. So the first people to go are the deckhands. So that deckhand jumps at him. So can we bring Frederick out?
Is that
Beside
our
that?
turtle friend?
Oh, we don't have Frederick, do we?
No.
No, we have
We'll
no
just make
Frederick.
we'll just here. This is a Frederick. He's a dwarf, but he's not Frederick. Okay.
Oh man, so this is Fred Savage.
So that's
man.
Fred
He's
Savage.
savage.
So he turns to Fred Savage because he's a savage. I like
He's
that.
savage, yeah.
So he turns towards Frederick and grabs him, and he pushes him against that little half wall there, right against the on the other side. Yeah, there. Pushes it against him. This deckhand goes, "What the f?" and starts to book it. He moves 30, moving 30. So that's like 15 each, right? So that's 30, and he moves another 30. Yeah. So he's right there. So they are right in front of your area, unfortunately. And he is currently grappled. We're going to do opposed strength checks. He's currently grappled. So he has them pressed up against it, and he's like looking at you like. Your
So
turn. What do you do?
So they're like right there,
Yeah.
but are they covering this door or?
No, you have the space that you have there. So you're seeing like 5 feet of space between the deckhand, who is currently looking at Frederick, trying to get at him. Everyone else starts to jump up. The 2 in front of you jump up, and the boat kind of starts to, as some people stop rowing and start looking around. And at that point, the deckhands are like, "Keep rowing!" and they're like, they're trying to stop a mass. Yeah.
Okay, so
Problem,
in the
yeah.
confusion, I
Yeah.
try and
Give me a
sneak.
stealth check.
Stealth is it's not going to go well.
You know what? I'm gonna
15.
I'm gonna say with advantage because of your superior persuasion skills in this whole situation. Shush.
So I roll twice and get the higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
15 or 11. So 15.
15. Okay. Okay. With a 15, you manage to sneak by in the craziness that is happening. And everyone seems you feel like nobody's noticed you, but you don't know absolutely for sure.
Okay.
So let's move you forward. How far do you want to move? Do you want to move your full move? You're sneaking, so you can only move half your movement. So if you're going to do a double movement
Yeah.
on your turn, then you would go 30.
Okay, so in each of these are 15?
Yeah.
So this 15,
So-
30?
so- yeah. So yeah. If you were on the, just remember you were actually on the thing. So let's move 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say right about here. Yeah, you're about there, and you're just tortling along towards the stairs.
Yeah.
If you hide right here, no one will find you.
Yeah, that's true.
No one will want to.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to you folks. You hear a scream. You're still playing. You've decided now that you're done
Okay.
at current, right?
Yep.
At that point, let's go back to that. Oh, we can't go back to that scene. You're sitting in the casino, and a gentleman walks through the curtain on the end.
Is he
Sorry,
hot?
through the door. Well, let me give you his.
Blue,
Description.
wavy hair,
Ooh.
5'6".
Ooh, I love long hair.
Super attractive.
A gentleman who looks like this walks through the doorway. And he walks with a certain panache. And you can tell he walks like he owns this ship. You imagine that this is Lord Ryland.
Is it Ryland or Dryland?
Nelrund, sorry.
Nelrund?
Yeah, Nelrund.
Nelryn? I thought it was Dryland.
I thought it was
Sorry.
Dryland.
No,
Wait a second.
Lord Nelrund. Wait.
Lord
is
Dryland. No, you're right. It's Dryland.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh,
Can't make
I'm
fun of us
sorry,
for not
D&D.
taking notes.
I'm
Nelrund
sorry.
to
That's why we take
Nelrund to his
notes.
I'm
friends.
sorry,
Otherwise,
D&D. I messed up two characters together. Lord Dryland.
Fantastic.
And he, as he walks through the door, you can see that he has his pet octopus on his shoulder.
Okay.
And it wriggles around his neck as he kind of walks. At his side is a lady. She looks like one of the nobles that were on the ship, not like a lady of the night or any of the escorts that are on board right now. And he starts, as he walks through, people start to like look in his direction. So the whole room kind of turns. And people start to and he starts to mingle and walk from table to table, and he's talking to people.
Okay.
Okay? What do you guys do?
Does he look approachable?
He has an air about him, and you can tell that his tastes are gaudy, and so though it's very ornate, it's like Godfather gaudy. Like it's over the top. Everything's over the top here, and his kind of panache is the same way. His demeanor is the same way. You can tell that he's hiding a little bit of darkness behind an otherwise kind of overly polished exterior.
I see.
But you can tell that he's got some. You can tell that he's got some experience, life experience.
Okay. And he looks somewhat approachable, like.
Well, he looks friendly. Like he is currently mingling. It's very important to him that he mingles with his guests.
Okay, I'd like to position myself somewhere along the path of his mingling to kind of meet with him in a natural way.
Okay. So you're gonna So as he starts to come through, you start to kind of get in the direction.
Sure.
He's slowly coming across the room.
And I kind of like tap Akantha's shoulder as I go, like, you know. just
Okay.
like,
What do you do?
If you want to come here.
Well, I think that's Lord Dryland. I think that's the owner of this boat. I think we were supposed to talk to him.
I think if anybody here knows anything about Imerith, it would be him.
So let's see if we can.
Yes, Dryland knows a lot, actually. The whole table heard you because you just spoke out loud. And they're like, oh, I've never heard of Imerith, but yes, that is Lord Dryland. He owns the boat in this casino, and he's very happy to have us here.
Excellent. I would be very interested to meet this man.
Well, of
What
course,
a wonderful,
you-
fine boat.
I know him quite well. He's a friend of mine, I must say.
Oh, could you
Yes, of
introduce
course.
me?
Well, sure, I could, if you'd like me to.
And certainly,
Sure.
I
Love
would
that.
greatly appreciate
He
it.
looks at the Dragonborn Ricardo, looks at the dealer, and says, "I'll be right back. You can continue. I'll be right back." And he gets up, massive wall of chips, and kind of walks out. He takes your hand like this, and he tucks it into the crook of your. You allow him to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he walks over, and he starts down the path towards Lord Ryland. You guys follow?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys approach. Lord Ryland looks at you both. I would like you guys to make charisma checks, please.
Ooh,
Ooh, I'm very charismatic.
So amazing.
8.
Oh, where's my charisma? Aw, 3.
What'd you get?
8.
Okay.
All right,
Lord
so-
Dryland, kind of, as you guys approach, he sizes you guys up, clearly sizing you up. And he kind of looks a little, perhaps, not troubled, but just like, kind of, he says, well, I haven't seen you here before.
Yes, we're new.
Is that a custom from where you come from, half-orc?
I thought it was polite. I'm
greeting,
sorry.
polite.
Forgive me. I'm new at this.
Yeah.
Very nice octopus. The finest I've ever seen.
Yeah. The octopus kind of like creeps back from behind his neck.
That is amazing. I love that it just did that. I love that.
Ricardo says, "Oh, don't. They are new here. I'd like to introduce you to my friends. This is Akantha and this is Vor." And Lord Ryland says, accents all in my head. Hang on, here we go. There it is. Are they with you? And Ricardo says, "Well, they've been hanging out with me. They're new friends, but they can be trusted. I can tell." And Lord Ryland continues to kind of size you guys up. He says, "Well, welcome to my boat. I hope you have a good time. Hope you brought lots of gold to spend and to win, not lose, of course."
Certainly, yes. And so far, we've done okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us this evening.
I have a question for you. I was recommended to come here from a good friend named Imarith. Do you happen to know if she's here tonight?
Give me a perception check.
14.
With a 14, he doesn't seem to blink or react. He says, "I don't know an Imarith.
Oh, I see.
Does she frequent our ship? I know most people who come quite often. Is she here often? Are you expecting her?"
Well, no, I wasn't sure if she'd be here tonight. I just, she had told me about this place, having had been here before, and I thought it would be, we're in town. Thought we should give it a try.
Well, thank you for coming by. I hope she finds her way here. The more the merrier, of
Thank
course.
you for having us. It's a beautiful, beautiful ship you have.
It is. It is a wonder.
A true wonder to behold. Finest I've ever been on.
I know.
Yes.
I thank you.
We're having such a lovely time here, Lord Ryland. I was just wondering, how long have you operated your casino for now?
Oh, many years.
For a long time?
Yes, many years. It has been good to me. I mean, having people aboard and meeting new people, that's always been a wonderful thing.
And over all these many years of you operating your casino, have you ever come across any giants?
Giants?
Yes.
On this ship?
On the ship.
I don't think the accommodations would allow for their size. I mean, it's not a giant-sized ship. I've, of course, met giants on my time. Why do you ask?
Well, one of my friends, who is a giant, actually recommended I come here to Kemble, and I was just wondering if you had ever met her.
What is your giant friend's name?
Her name is Carissa.
Carissa?
Sorris.
Oh,
Sorissa, my apologies.
Sarissa. I've never heard of a Sarissa before. Give me an insight check.
Can I also insight?
Yep.
Todd, I'm not using your dice anymore.
17.
7.
17.
17.
Not just me,
With a
apparently.
17, you can tell that there's a familiarity with that name.
Okay.
You're not sure if you can believe that he's never heard of Sarissa before. All right, back to
Yeah.
Roscoe.
Good times.
You are currently at the top of the staircase. The guards are closing in, and they do. Oh, hang on a second. I didn't want to do that. Please, technology. Yes, I love technology.
one right
I love
here.
technology.
That's Roscoe. He's invisible. When he's invisible, he's a
there.
barbarian.
Oh my god. You really? Barbarian?
Oh no, you didn't do that on purpose.
Barbarian.
That's,
I could
that's great.
pretend that I meant
great.
to do that.
All right. So, does it say when you are attacked, you're become invisible as well, or only when you attack?
Only when you attack or cast a spell.
Okay, so they're going to close the distance, and they're going to attack. Can we put them around Roscoe there, please?
I thought I was already down
Now,
the stairs.
now, if they know where he is and they're attacking a visible
You said you
person,
didn't go down
they
the stairs.
do.
You said you went to the landing on the stairs, right? In your last turn.
Well, no, we had
And
that.
through-
We had the discussion of the landing, but there was no cover on the landing, so I went down the stairs, throwing the ball there. And it was
Oh, you were going down the stairs while you went. Okay, all right. So, and you passed your dexterity check,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Attacks against an invisible person are with advantage.
with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah. Okay, so you start down the
Oh,
stairs.
here, you want to use Todd's dice.
Are you
to roll these.
are you stealthing down these stairs, or are you just booking?
Oh, I was I was windmilling down while ball bearing.
Yeah.
So
So
that
you're
stealth?
no. Wow.
It's just
You
basically
can decide
wearing his
this
heels.
at this point. You can decide to carefully go down the stairs, or you can decide to just go
Just
down the stairs.
stomp down them. Yeah.
Roll down the stairs.
Actually, are the stairs enclosed? Like, are you got walls on both sides?
No, it's open. It's just a railing that goes down.
Okay, so from where I am on the stairs, I look over. How far is the drop?
I'd say about 20 feet. No, 12 to 15 feet.
15 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hoist myself over the stairs
Yeah.
and just hold the railings. If you follow what I'm saying.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So I'm no longer
yeah.
on the staircase.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm just hanging
I'd like
over
you to
it.
give me an acrobatics check to do the jump, and then I'd like you to do a stealth check for a hide.
Okay.
You should use the Todd die.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
No,
I
no
will.
pass without
I
a
will.
trace anymore.
I will.
Aw.
It's got to roll well for you at some point. Not now, but at some point.
15 on the acrobatics.
Okay, so you effectively jump the banister,
Right, yeah.
and you're holding on.
Yep.
I'd like you to make that stealth check, please.
Well played, sir.
10.
Okay. All right.
Fuck you, Todd.
I think that's what he's saying to you, actually.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he's. Put that in there.
How much? What'd you roll?
10.
Okay. The one that had your number
Yeah.
comes down the stairs, and passes you, and you guys see a deckhand come down the stairs holding a scimitar, and you hear gasps surrounding you. The next one starts running down the stairs, misses you as well, runs right past. The third one, as it's running, its elbow hits your shoulder, and it kind of looks at you, and it swings in that direction. What's your armor class?
18.
Bloody hell, Roscoe.
When he hit you, you duck like this, and he gets air. And he says, he yells to the other ones, "I think he's here." The one at the bottom of the stairs you see looks up like this. You hear a yell, and the casino quiets down on that end. It's really loud, a lot of talking, but it starts to die down, and people start to look and point in the direction of the back stairwell by the Golden Goose, the staircase. Back to you, sir. You are able to, while they are all effectively distracted, make it through the curtain. You currently stand between two steps, and you can already smell the head through that curtain ahead of you.
Okay, so
Putrid smell.
I head upstairs.
Which side?
The starboard.
Okay. You come up here, which you recognize because this is how you usually come on the boat. You usually come on the boat from the dock, you come around the side, and then you.
So
Come
am
on the
I
front.
outside now?
What's that?
Like this is outside?
Sorry, this is not the way you come. You come in the back.
Okay.
Usually, you haven't seen this side of the ship.
Okay.
There's a door to the left that is a swinging door, and you hear the clinking of dishes and serving, and light murmur of conversation. And there's a door there, and you are on the deck. You see the winch which obviously holds the
anchor.
the anchor, which is currently obviously not there. And there are 4 pillars that hold up kind of an overhang in this area. In this area, though, you do see. Are you still stealthing?
No, walking normally.
Okay. You do see a noble dwarf type character. There. And as you come up the stairs, you do see, rounding the corner, a serving barmaid that is holding a bunch of mugs coming around the stairs on that end. She just turned the corner. And these two are kind of like deep in conversation, kind of looking out on the water, but it's the only two that are out on the deck currently. As you're coming up the stairs, what do you do? 6 seconds.
Sorry, what? I have 6 seconds to decide?
Well, actually, you have like a minute. You're not in combat. Sorry, 6 seconds is within combat. You have a certain amount, so that's just to kind of keep you guys moving.
Okay.
But yeah, you have a split second to decide what you want to do as the barmaid's coming around the corner. Is what I'm trying.
And she's
to say.
got drinks.
Yes, she has a bunch of mugs.
Have these two noticed me at all?
Not that you can tell.
Okay, so they're facing the opposite
Yeah.
direction? Okay.
And she hasn't noticed you either, but she's coming around.
Okay. So I go up to the barmaid,
Yeah.
and I reach out to take one. I'm assuming she's like serving drinks, like.
She looks like she's walking in the direction of this door. So as she comes around the corner, she sees you, and she kind of startles a little
And
bit.
she says, "Oh," I say, "Okay. Oh, thank God, I'm so thirsty. May I have one?" I somehow ended up downstairs. I'm just trying to find where the party is, so I'm trying to deceive her into thinking that I'm.
Okay, so she
part of it.
looks you up and down, looks at your garb. I'd like you to make a deception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
Deception?
Yeah. Natural 20.
Well,
Okay. So do I add?
The way that the torchlight is on the overcam, it looks like there's like a sunset, and it's like
Right?
So that was a 20
very
and a
romantic.
one.
very nice.
So a 20 and then a 1.
Oh my god.
You rolled a 20
And then a
a
one.
natural 1.
Yeah.
Well, how's disadvantage work?
Wow. Okay. So she stops dead in her tracks and she says, "You are not allowed to be up here. I suggest you go down before I call one of the deckhands. If Lord Dryland or anyone else finds you up here, you are in big trouble. I suggest you head back down."
Okay, so I say, okay, fine. And I go downstairs until I'm out of sight, and I just kind of wait for her to move on.
You go to the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't go all the way down.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Perception, 23.
Okay. Almost right away, you hear the door open and rest
Okay,
with the 23, and you can tell that she's moved on. What do you
okay. Go back upstairs.
do? Okay, so you go back upstairs. You see the same thing. You see that there's a little porthole, obviously, in that window. If you kind of look through, it's kind of old glass, so it's kind of wobbly and whatever, but and somewhat misted. But you can see that it's a dining room in there, and you can see that she's walking around serving drinks to the tables. The couple here is still there. They have not turned around. They're deep in conversation. What do you do?
You know, I'm going to walk around the corner
Yeah.
and just walk toward on that hall
Okay.
down towards the back.
You come around the corner. Okay, it is clear the whole way. There is nobody on that side. You're gonna walk the whole way?
Yeah,
Okay, give me a double movement for him. Are you walking quietly or just walking normally?
normally.
Okay, that is gonna be 60.
Each of these squares are 10?
15.
15? So 4.
it's
They're
about
more.
60-ish.
Yeah, I'm gonna say around 50.
These guys can go.
And go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lower decks.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the scene on the stairs. You two just saw this happen. You see that there is a deckhand at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, you can clear that whole thing now, and then just put who is there currently. You guys are in between those 4 tables closer to me with Lord Dryland.
Who is? Stairs and
Did I give you Lord Dryland yet? No, I didn't.
We did not receive a
That-
Lord
that
Dryland.
is- Oh, no, didn't I give you a Lord Dryland?
No,
Really?
I don't believe
No.
so. Lord Dryland. With all his dryness.
I'll use him.
I mean, this guy's.
Doesn't he know
He
about
looks-
moisturizer?
He looks.
So you guys know, you guys
dry.
are closer to this end. You guys walk towards him, closer to this end here. Yeah, in between those 4 tables, I'd say. Yeah, right in that area.
Oh, so
You
like
got-
right where we were playing.
Yeah, you guys started to walk in that area, and he.
Games. And this guy's with us. Mr. Copper. Copperhead.
Actually, you know what? I am lying. I'm a liar. You guys are closer to the right of the golden goose on that side, right beside the table over there.
Here?
Yeah,
Right over here.
yeah.
There we are.
Nice, good.
Das ist gut.
Das ist so.
Das ist gut, ja.
Okay,
Very good.
and
Nice.
Pao Ming is currently in this corner over here. She has made her way around. Pao Ming is there, yeah. She is currently over here,
Okay.
walking around, and she's kind of trying to assess what's going on at the stairs.
Indeed.
What do you guys do?
So we just heard all this kerfuffling.
Yeah, you hear the kerfuffle. You saw the two deckhands kind of come down the stairs. Scimitar's out. One of them turns to the room and says, "We have an infiltrator." He looks right at Dryland, and Dryland goes, "Oh, it's all right. Everyone just calm down a little bit. Yeah, we'll take care of this." And he says, "Please, excuse me. Excuse me." And
Certainly.
he starts to walk. He kind of turns and starts to go towards the stairs, in between Ricardo and you, Akantha. He kind of comes through.
I kind of make eye contact with Akantha. Roscoe.
Please.
I will allow you guys now to roll initiative, so everyone
Okay.
can kind of be involved in this.
Should I use
Mess.
Todd's? Okay.
Do it.
2.
Don't do it.
Plus 4 is 6.
4.
Here's Lord.
Plus 1 is
Here's
5.
Lord Dryland. That's supposed to be Lord Dryland. Sorry,
What? I don't want to say.
Nice, Mr. Dry.
what'd you get?
5.
5. So you guys are
5 and 6. Very good. Did you use this
No.
die too?
No, I'll use it next though. Let's
Okay.
see if
We
it
can't
gives
even-
me
all right.
any luck.
So
Yeah.
your turn. What do? You are hanging on the side of the banister and currently look down, and you see Vorn Akantha, who we're talking to people, and a gentleman who looks like the gentleman who we saw before is walking towards the staircase,
So they're
kind of
walking
under
come
you.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Throw
walking
something at him.
he's walking towards the deckhands. One's at the
Ready.
bottom of the stairs, one's at the middle of the stairs, one just took a swipe at you.
And I'm
But they've
about-
turned to kind of come up
And
towards
I'm
you.
about 20 feet off.
No,
of
no,
it.
I'd say about 10 feet at this point. You're like in between the floors at this point. Like your head is in between the floors, your feet are kind of
Right.
like a couple feet below.
Roscoe, where's your
ceiling.
head?
Is there anything looking around that I could potentially swing towards to grapple, or is it
No, it's all open.
okay? So I wait until they and Dryland pass, and then I drop
So you're just gonna drop to the ground.
to roll. Yeah,
Are you trying to do this quietly?
of course.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Of course.
I mean, if the DM asks if I'm doing
As
it
loudly
quietly,
as
obviously.
possible. 17.
17. With a 17, you land and you roll, and you kind of stand up. And those are, I'd like you guys to make perception checks, please. Obviously, everybody's paying attention. right
Okay,
now.
I'll do for McGill.
Have you not
8.
watched us roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
I genuinely, I think I'm going to stop using this die.
Natural 20!
Thank you.
Oh!
So that
Nice.
I
was
guess
the
we
good
know what
die.
Todd's favorite is.
Wow! With a natural
Our
20,
20 plus
What did I
7,
do?
27.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Todd.
Jeez.
27.
you clearly hear a thump behind Ricardo on the ground, and movement on the ground, like a creak, and you almost know that there is a person who is standing kind of in that area. You heard something fall, and you imagine because of him using invisibility and stuff, you imagine it's probably Roscoe. Or you don't hear anything, you don't see him. And nobody, it seems like nobody else has recognized. In fact, you kind of look over and you look to see if anybody else heard it, and nobody else did. She gives you a death glare, and you're like, she sees me. like she has true sight.
Right.
For a moment, you actually are convinced that she actually saw through your illusion.
I begin fire. No.
Fireball.
Okay. All right. What do you do? You already did what you were going to do. You two, what do you do? No. Vor, what do you do?
All right, so Dryland has already left, or?
He's walking away from your position right now.
So,
And he is at the foot of the stairs.
I had made my fortune in the gladiatorial arena. May I be of any help? I have some muscles, as you can see.
Give me persuade. Dryland kind of looks over his shoulder. Give me a persuasion check.
It's a little bit better. 17.
He looks at you and he says, impressive. If we need you, we'll call on you.
Sure.
You don't have any weapons, but we don't allow weapons on here. We've got it covered, but I will let you know, absolutely.
Yeah, if you need help, I mean, just lend me a weapon and I'll
okay.
be of service.
And he's kind of rushing off, and he gets to the foot of the stairs there, Dryland does, and he starts to talk to the deckhand. No, he doesn't move yet. Sorry, Akantha, you go first.
I quietly whisper to Vor. I'm pretty sure it's Roscoe's doing. I think he's invisible right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
What should we do? What should we do from here? Should we get him to reveal himself?
D20?
Well,
Yeah, always.
not in front of everyone. Maybe we could help him escape somewhere.
Where can we all kind of meet? Maybe behind the stairs on the main deck?
Well, I think maybe what we should do is maybe we
6
should
seconds.
go out on the deck for fresh air.
That sounds like a great idea. Let them figure
Okay.
out this mess, and we're just going to go get some fresh air.
Which way are you going to go? At the back?
Out the back.
Okay, you guys are able to move your movement speed. As far as you can go. That is not a door. Those are windows. You have to go out the door in the back.
Okay.
The blue
I
door.
could go through the window,
No.
but I won't. So that, like, right there, I guess.
Okay, cool. All right. Enemies.
Should there be any invisible people in the room, they could
So as
follow us.
as I'm going out,
Yeah,
I hold the door for Akantha,
yeah.
but I'm holding it a little longer than I normally would.
Okay. Okay. Give me a persuasion check?
Persuasion?
Performance check.
Performance. Ooh.
Shouldn't I do a perception check?
Oh, yeah,
I might not have it
You
all.
will.
Okay. I'll roll Todd's die for that one.
14.
Okay. Remember that. Those two deckhands come up towards where you were, Roscoe,
Yep.
and they take 2 more swings in the air.
Okay.
You hear one of them say, "I swear he was here." Dryland moves up the stairs to kind of the middle of the stairs. They're all having kind of a powwow. He starts to kind of point. 2 of the deckhands come down the stairs and kind of spread out along the side. One goes to the door. So they see you and comes down the stairs and says, it's the first guy, and he says, everyone needs to stay in the room. Currently, it is not safe. We want to keep our guests safe. We want to keep them in this room, please, while we search the ship.
Of course. I'm holding the door like wide open right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are on the other side of the
and
door. You're holding it open.
Do I have any idea if Roscoe has gone through yet?
Not that you can give me perception.
You probably would have felt lips brush your cheek.
19.
19. No.
He has not.
No.
Okay, just oddest thing, when I opened the door, I felt like a gust of wind go past me.
Out the door.
Well, it seemed like it came from inside.
Give me a
It was
deception
odd.
check.
Deception, you say? 9. Wait. 6.
Even better.
That's great.
Honesty is always the
for
best
it.
policy, Vor.
Oh.
Yeah, he looks at you
Doth not
and he
believe
says,
ye.
I'd like you to come inside, please.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Akantha. After you,
Of
my
course,
lady.
of course.
And as you guys come through, well, you'll come through on your turn, but he waits, he stands in the doorway.
Okay, so he's just one of these guards? Or
No,
like
the
that
guy
one?
right there, the red guy there, yeah, stands in the doorway.
In the doorway.
Yeah, with the door open, is standing in the doorway. The other guard starts towards the door over here, where that red guy is standing. He starts in that direction. Yeah, they're basically blocking the exits.
Another guard?
Yeah,
Going this way.
not that far. He moves his 30 feet, 60 feet.
Okay, so he'd make it with 60
Okay.
feet.
Okay. So he stands. He kind of rushes across the room and stands in front. He runs across the room, stands in front of that doorway. Pao Ming will start to move her way back to the back of the room, kind of calmly, but she closes her bag and like tucks it around her back, and Onthiel. Give me a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
28.
Wow. With a 28, you hear that there's a commotion inside. You hear some yelling. You heard a scream, and you hear some running on the other side of that door. As you're passing a window, you look in and you see that there are guards with scimitars out, and they are not guards, but
Okay, so I
deckhands.
can see what's going on here.
Yeah. As you pass the next window,
Okay.
so moving a little forward. As you pass the next window, you totally see that there is something amiss. What do you do?
Do I get any sense of who the owner of the boat is, or the captain of the boat is? Or
As you look in there, give me a investigation check.
12.
No, everyone's dressed really finely. There's nobody that kind of commands presence currently
Okay.
that you can tell in the room. It's just a big mess. People are starting to stand up from the card tables. It's starting to become a real scene.
Okay, I continue to my full movement towards the back.
Okay.
Okay, so that's about 15 feet there, so another... Do you want to dash?
Yeah, you can do a double.
I can dash.
Yeah.
So it basically
Take a dash
double
move. Yeah.
movement.
So basically, it's like instead of
You're
making
moving
an attack,
faster.
you're moving again.
Okay. Yeah,
Instead
then
of
I'll
30
do it.
feet in 6 seconds, it's 60 feet in 6 seconds.
Okay.
There.
10 feet per second, you're faster.
All right. Okay. As you kind of turn that corner, you hear a bit of conversation. Some muffled voices around the corner. You don't necessarily know what's being said
Okay.
because you're just catching the tail end of the conversation. Okay. The other deckhand runs up the stairs, and you hear footsteps kind of disappear. Everyone hushes in the room, and Lord Dryland comes down the stairs. He says, "Everyone, just remain calm. We are going to search the ship. I would like all the guests to stay in this room, please, and allow us to do what we need to do. We want to make you safe, and our main purpose is to make you safe. Does everyone understand? All right." He looks around the room. Everybody kind of nods. There's some fear in the room. Some people look really scared. Some people look angry that their games are being interrupted. The games are kind of mid. You can tell that the dealers are kind of keeping an eye on the chips and the cards to make sure that nothing kind of funky happens in the middle of the craziness. Pao Ming crosses to the stairs to Lord Dryland's side, and she starts to talk to him and have a conversation.
Is Dryland over here too?
Yeah, yeah. They're both at the foot of the stairs, yeah. Okay. Roscoe, what do you do?
While you were talking, I was trying to think of a way to hide inside the bag of
Roscoe is
holding.
that way. Hide inside the
Jump
bag.
inside the bag of holding. But
That way, this way. Yeah, he's a little this way, yeah.
okay.
He hasn't moved yet.
Is there? Oh, the table with the golden goose on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there tablecloth draping, or is it just?
It's
wooden table?
yeah. There's like an ornate kind of table, kind of setting that almost like a not doily, but like a red kind of with frills on the end that kind of drapes over the side, and then the golden goose is in the middle of it.
Okay. how possible or likely is it that I could surreptitiously lift one edge of it and hide under the table? without anyone
It
noticing?
doesn't go all the way to the ground. How long does invisibility last?
An hour.
It's probably been about 20 minutes into your hour.
Is there anywhere else?
It's probably actually been longer than that. I'd say half hour into your
Okay,
hour.
that's fine. Is there anywhere else I could hide other than under the table?
This is your. You need to focus. You need to tell me what you want to do.
Okay. I'm going to.
What you see is what you get.
Fair. Okay. Well, then I'm going.
Give me an investigation check. Actually.
Better way to do it, yeah.
Sound effects on this is like
Yeah, there's the
tripping.
escorts. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, they're really excited about all these events then.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
They keep doing that.
24.
24. With the 24, you see that there is 3 entrances into this room. You can tell that there's an entrance there that's guarded. There's an entrance there that's guarded. You did not see a guard come to this entrance here, currently, yet. So that is like the only door that is not.
But that's also 30 feet away, right? 40 feet away.
It's a ways.
At least.
That
15,
is like
30, 60,
75
90,
feet
yeah,
away.
75 feet away.
So I wouldn't even be able to get. Okay.
Not in the first turn.
And it's a super crowded room right now.
Oh right, there's lots of people in there. Okay. I'm like, oh, there's all these tables I can just
No,
breeze
yeah,
through.
no.
Okay.
All the tables are full of people playing cards.
Okay.
We're
That-
playing cards.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly and stealthily make my way along the edge of the wall. You know, sort of as people get through, just
Okay.
sort of slide through.
Okay. And where are you gonna make your way to?
And get as far.
Okay,
as far
give me a
as the-
stealth check, and I'd like you to give me an advantage on your stealth because you're invisible.
Yep.
And
24.
okay, the 24, you make it your double movement towards
So
that door.
Just 30 feet then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's stealthing, correct? Yeah.
And then I can't.
Vor, you're up.
All right, so I'm holding the door for Akantha to come through, and as she does, I'll enter with her.
Okay.
I
You
guess
guys
towards the
Yeah,
corner.
you come through the. Yeah, you guys can act together because
Okay.
you guys are back to back in the order.
To the corner, then,
Of
or
course.
should we see if we can get a drink?
And he currently comes into the doorway and lets the door kind of swing behind him.
Okay.
And he rests and he's kind of guarding that door.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys want to do anything else?
Is anybody serving drinks still?
No. Everything's stopped.
Oh, well. All right.
Are we within talking distance to the Lord Dryland?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are definitely. He's having a hushed conversation right now with Palming, but yeah.
So not a good idea to interrupt, I suppose. This time.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Well, I've made bad decisions before. Before.
Well, you guys
This
can
is
do it.
really actually quite inconvenient. I start talking out loud and venting. I was having a great time playing my poker game. This is the first time I've ever been on this boat, and now I have to wait and sit in here. All I want to do is go outside and have some fresh air and a smoke, and this is rather inconvenient.
So you start to.
I just talk really loud, and I'm
Okay.
hoping Lord Dryland overhears me.
Okay. Can you give me a performance check?
Miguel? Here we go. Performance check. Oh, not so much. Where's performance? 4.
And you're trying to
5,
convince
6,
him that
7,
you're
8.
not happy with what's going on.
Yeah,
Okay. What'd you get?
8.
He looks over at you, and Palming actually leaves him, and he walks over and she goes, "Can you please keep it down? We are trying to contain a situation, and your outbursts aren't helping."
I thoroughly apologize. Maybe there's something you can do for me to help me keep calm. I at least get a glass of wine?
And she points at the Golden Goose table, and there's like glasses of wine stacked on the table.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Anything for our guests.
So I grab one too and take
alright.
a sip and kind of dribble it back in the glass.
We're going to take a break currently. Fun. Having fun so far, Chip?
Poor Frederick.
Poor Frederick.
Poor Fred.
Yeah, he's
This has actually been a really fun game so far because I haven't had to meet a turtle scavenger yet. So
Oh, you keep calling it a scavenger.
That's not very
It's
nice.
a turtle, Jeff. It's a turtle.
total.
It's a turtle. Just gonna take a short break, but we're not going anywhere. We're right here. If you guys have any questions for us, I am going to connect with Rebecca right now, who is managing the chat. If you have a question, write question, and then write your question. Again, our giveaway tonight is a membership to the Realm, which will give you access to early access content, as well as our private live streams and all of that kind of stuff, and a lot of the content that our subscribers get for our crates. So you will be getting that tonight. If you have a question, just write question and then your question, and Rebecca will relay it to me here in our nifty messenger app when that happens. Any comments, any questions, or anything like that, that would be awesome. Quick recap of the announcements at the beginning of the stream if you weren't watching earlier. Our painting show is this Sunday, 5 to 7 Eastern Time, 3 to 5 Pacific Time. Is that right? 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 2 to 5, 2 to 4. I got that wrong.
2 to 4 Eastern or
5 to 7 Pacific.
yes, it's
2 to 4. I got that wrong earlier. 2 to 4 Pacific, 5 to 7 Eastern Time. Man, math. Time. Whatever.
They're numbers.
But we'll be painting the Young Copper Dragon by WizKids with Vallejo Paints. It is an official D&D stream, so we're really super excited. They are going to be hosting it from our Twitch, so make sure that you tune in this weekend on Sunday in order to do that. As well, we'll be at Origins and all that fun stuff, so keep an eye out on all of our channels to find out more details about what we'll be doing and all of that fun stuff. If you like what you've seen so far, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and we'll notify you anytime we go live, as well as follow us on Twitch, and I think we can accept subscribers as well on Twitch now that we are an affiliate, which we're really super excited about. Yeah. That's all the announcements I have currently.
Yeah.
Rebecca, any questions out there? Oh, she's typing. I see the little dancing dots.
That's the official name.
The dancing dots. Dancing dots. Yes. So dancy they are.
Yeah, they're still dancing. Rebecca's still typing.
Still dancing.
Still
All these
typing.
dots.
No questions so far, but I will let you know if one comes in. Thanks, Rebecca. That's really
Alright,
great.
very good.
Again, folks, the way that you win a membership to the Realm is just to stay active in the chat. Oh, you okay?
You.
I almost killed myself.
Oh
You
yeah.
alright?
There's all kinds of cables on the floor.
Sorry. I know, it's not very
Why
safe
isn't
in here.
everything wireless already?
Well, yeah, we're getting there.
Everything. Come on, why isn't it the future yet?
Come on.
Right?
Yeah. Seriously.
I'm really impressed. That did not go the way I expected.
How did you expect it to go?
Better.
Just drips of Genasi blood seeping through the boards.
I should
Oh, I
have
guess
been
that's what Roscoe is.
exploring the ship for hidden loot a lot sooner than this. So.
That's a very Balabar thing.
Yeah,
To do.
it is. Are you going to take a break? Are you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Hurry back. We want to get started again.
I would like to show this off to all of you. This is
Oh,
from
yes! I
Elder
didn't think
Wo-
our sponsors. Oh, my
Yes.
gosh. Oh, my gosh, our partners. So, before you do that, well, do that.
Sure,
And,
yeah,
and
okay.
thank Elderwood.
So
first.
this is from Elderwood Academy, and this is a spell book.
Uh-oh.
It's called, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can get actually different inserts for this. This one has room for 2 sets of dice, plus minis, plus spell cards, plus a pen. This is a kind of dry erase mirror here, so you can write your notes for the session on there. And you can take this insert right out if you wanted to. I'm super impressed with it, so I try to have it on the table all the time because I love it. And you can actually use this spell card area to roll your dice in as well. So it's very, very full of form and function.
Yeah, and Elderwood also gave us these codex. Have you seen? You haven't seen this?
What?
Codex Dice
Let
Tower.
me
Oh.
to
Yeah, it's a dice
stop.
tower, and you like. I'm gonna show it off first. Give me a close up here.
It's a beauty.
Uh,
It's a beauty.
we have it's a Codex Dice Tower. and you put your dice in there, and then if you twist this, it opens up into a dice tower in the bottom. How freaking cool is that? And then also inside, I probably shouldn't put magnets on my computer, right? That's bad.
Just, on the hard drive.
Right on the hard drive, right? And then here is a, it's a scroll. Oh, my dice are gonna fall out. It's a scroll dice tray that comes apart and it goes inside the codex, and it's got our logo on it.
Everything held together.
Yeah.
With
Thank you so much,
magnets.
Elderwood, for all that.
Magic.
And of course, thank you to WizKids as usual for a lot of the minis that are on our table, and Sirenscape for the awesome ambient stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Anna Morelic asks, any updates on when crates 1 and 2 will be available on the site? We get those questions all the time here. You can see this now.
And we're actually very, very close to it.
Yeah, so we have a lot of the stuff that we need. It will be soon. We received a lot of the supplies. I'm going to ask our operations manager that question, and he can tell you guys and promise something that we want to deliver. Go ahead.
Gee, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, so Module 1, Shattered Shield, will be available probably within a week on the website. Brigand's Corridor, which is Module 2, will be ready in approximately 3 weeks for those that want to catch up. So just keep a lookout on the website. It'll be launching within the next few weeks.
Awesome.
That's pretty much just we're collecting stock first, right?
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting all the supplies in at once.
Right. I said I was going to ask any questions that come through, and so I have to.
You're gonna ask any?
No, like if somebody said a question in the text in the see, I'm all like flustered because one of the questions is the DM single.
Aw, that's so cute.
that
Look at you.
Is he?
That made my
You got a number.
Meld31, drop me a line, I'll tell you.
Oh man.
That's
Oh
so
dear.
Cute.
I'm blushing.
Yes.
You just made a grown man blush.
Aw, that's
So-
so
Thank you, Malcolm.
With regard to the Shattered Shield crate, Kevin St. Pierre, I have not forgotten. Don't worry. Just a little note.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little note. But yes, guys, we are working on getting those on the site to sell. So did you give them a time frame of when they will be available to sell?
Shattered Shield should be within the next week.
Yes, next week. This week.
Brigands,
This week?
well, it's Monday. Yes,
Yes,
by
this
Friday.
week. By Friday, you can. So those of you who have subscriptions who want to purchase the first one and the second one in the series that you didn't get, because now when you subscribe, you get them all. So the way that it works now with crates is when you subscribe, you get the first one. It's like you're subscribing to the adventure, not the month that you subscribe in. So you always get the first from now on. But for those that before that happened, you can go back and purchase them. We're going to send you a link for those that are existing subscribers, correct?
Yeah.
And then you will have the opportunity to buy the first and second. So that will be this week for those of you that didn't. Kelly Preston asks, I have a question. The new character introduced, what classification is a turtle? Or what classification of turtle is he? That's a great question.
I'm not entirely sure I understand the question.
I know.
There are turtle sub races. Do you remember going through any of that?
I just
I
think
do
you're a
not,
turtle.
sorry.
I just
Standard.
think he's just a standard turtle.
Standard turtle.
But tell us about what kind of cleric you are
So,
and why you chose it, Tim,
so,
and why I'm your favorite DM.
So I am a Tempest cleric, and I picked that kind of randomly because it originally sounded cool as I was reading the player's guide, and it just fit into the backstory that turtles as a race are wanderers. As I said earlier, their home is on their back. They like to interact with other cultures, and they like to wander and very nomadic. And we'll find out throughout the series that he is a sailor background. So being a Tempest cleric kind of fit, and I get
That's
some
what
pretty
you
cool
do.
buffs.
That's how
And
you know what Stern was.
yeah,
Crazy.
imagine that. So it gets some pretty from the description. Get some pretty cool, fun stuff to play with, especially in combat. So
So you know what they say, home is where your back is.
Home is where your back is. Very good. You guys ready to jump back in?
Yes.
Speaking of which,
Almost.
jump
but
back
Do we
in.
need to wait for Rachel?
No, I think she's
She's good?
she back?
I don't know.
Oh, Rachel's producing tonight. Because Ryan's
Thank
not here.
you, Rachel.
Ryan is doing something else, like watching Endgame a second time. Ryan, we're on to
Again.
you. I've watched it twice, but not during the stream.
looking
So
forward
I'm
to the
just
second
calling
watch.
Ryan out right now and telling him that he's missed too many sessions.
I'm planning on watching
Duff.
the movie like 5 times before.
Oh, at least.
Because like
At least.
honestly, that is a serious
Perfect.
theater
Perfect
experience.
movie.
Shut
Perfect
your
movie.
mouth already
Okay,
about
listen.
Have you not watched
Listen.
it yet?
it. No,
Just so you know, it's terrible. Go in with
Good.
low expectations.
I will. I will.
No spoilers,
terrible.
but I'm just kidding.
Oh, and Game of Thrones yesterday. No,
I haven't watched that either yet. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't, shh.
it's okay. I'm not saying it.
Oh god.
I'm just saying that the show is named Game of Thrones. That's all you need to know.
Mr. Roscoe,
Yeah.
you need your microphone, please. We need to hear all your
Oh, right,
absurdities
right.
coming out of your mouth.
Microphone, yes, indeed. And for those of you who are upset about my chin, I apologize. It'll grow back in a couple days.
You will see why he did that soon.
Very soon.
Now you can blow your
worth the
nose
wait.
and wipe your ass at the same time.
He gave his chin hair, the hair on his chinny chin for Romesmith.
I did
Oh.
that. I did that.
You did.
I this had been for almost 5 years, a full beard, and I did that for Rome.
I think
I think you should keep it.
I will not because
for Romesmith. If you really loved us,
when I got home, my wife looked and laughed, and for the next half hour kept looking and laughing and saying, "Oh no,
Dude, it's
it
so
was
good.
hilarious." She kept.
gotta do
I
it.
kept cracking
You
up.
gotta
It's
keep
like
it.
Hulk Hogan.
I just
yeah, furniture maker, a cobbler.
Amish.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
my brother.
yeah, I like it.
Feel like some sort of a
I like
sheriff.
it.
There ain't gonna be no crime in my town. No, not on my watch. You guys, you best keep an eye on what you do. That's what I'm saying.
It's great.
right. Okay, let's go on.
Can't wait for that chin hair to grow back, baby.
Trinity Chin Jet.
Oh, one more question. PP baffle me. People baffle me. That's good. All right, sorry. Wow. I was way too excited that I figured that out.
I think
been
they were
that kind of
commenting on,
month.
last Monday, if I remember. I think I saw some comments.
They say, how many pages are the norm for a one-shot crate module? They're 8 pages. That includes some legal stuff, but for the most part, they're 8 full pages of, 7 pages of module encounter wonderfulness, written by Brandon and myself, and edited by this fine gentleman here. Yeah. So that's normally we try and get it into a one kind of set 4 hour session of gameplay, but it's flexible, and so we make sure that we allow areas where you can like put in your own narrative and extend or compress or
encounters that could be a variable length as well. So things that allow you to really customize it in any way that you need. Currently, we're doing it at scaling levels as well. So the current campaign that we're doing will work for any level. It's a bit challenging to do, but that's how we've written it.
Even for a ranger, it's that.
Even
Right.
for a ranger, yeah. So a level 20 party or a level 20 party or a level 20 ranger can same thing. Yeah.
sorry, did you say that they're kind of designed for level 1 to 5, but we've given scalable options?
No, I didn't say that. So they are originally developed, designed for levels 1 to 5, but the current campaign is scalable. I made
And
sure
we
to
and we
include
allow
that.
scalable notes in it if you guys want to scale it. So
Yeah, including some extra things you can do to increase or decrease difficulty as you see fit at the table on the fly.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
throw in the random Tarask.
Right. Random tasks. That's a
I love
really good
random-
way to bump up
Speaking of random
difficulty.
Tarasques, let's get back into the game.
Bum bum bum.
All right, so
Is that what you play? Is it Tarask?
No, he plays
It's
your
a
mother.
turtle.
a turtle. A Tarrasque is a big creature, like the most powerful creature in D&D. Jeff, you need to read more.
I
About-
like how you're
about the
saying
game
that,
that you
like,
play.
Jeff doesn't already know. But it's
No, he
okay.
doesn't already know.
Jeffy doesn't know. Jeffy
might.
doesn't know.
You might be playing with me.
Whoa, whoa. Let's keep it PG.
Whoa. Whoa. Lots of people want to play with you, apparently.
Mel
okay.
wants to play with you too. So
Are you single, by the way?
Also, are you single?
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, asking for a friend.
Doesn't really matter if you want to play on the side.
All of a sudden, massive tentacles wrap around the boat. You hear the screams as people yell, "Kraken!"
Ah, Roscoe.
Damn it.
No, my tentacles aren't quite that large.
She's
Oh.
a kraken now.
Ooh.
Wow. All right, that went south.
That's what, okay.
All right. Okay. So, moving right along. You guys hear movement also upstairs on the upper decks. You hear some creaking and some footsteps and some running. Like there is lots of activity happening. You hear some creaking and running on the deck as well. Othniel, we haven't got to you before. So they are still having a conversation. The guards are posted. You see another guard come through the back door there. Actually, no, they don't. They stay right there. Pao Ming starts to walk kind of in Roscoe's general direction along that side.
Full movement?
Right about there. No, yeah, right about there. It's fine. And she's kind of walking like this, and she's kind of looking around, trying to kind of like, yeah.
Totally jumping in that bag of holding.
Othniel, you are up.
Do I see anything? Is there anything going on in the back there?
Are you coming around the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, bring him around the
Or
corner.
I'm just poking my.
Yeah. So, yeah. You get to that corner
or
there.
I'm walking.
Or okay, so you poke your head around the corner of the stairs.
Yeah.
You see nobody's back there.
Okay, so then I walk to the. I walk to the back door.
Okay, there's nobody on the stairs, and you walk to the back door. You see that there's a
Sorry,
silhouette.
back door shut.
Yeah,
or-
it's shut, and you
Okay.
see that there's a shadow of a head blocking the.
So I really can't see anything.
What's that?
I can't see anything through that window.
Just a silhouette of a person
Okay.
who is standing like against the door.
You can see me though. You're the only person who can.
I thought you were invisible.
You can throw this at him at any time.
Um,
Save it for.
What do you do?
Can I hear what's going on, or
Give me a perception check.
15?
15. You can hear. It's kind of hard to hear through the. You hear. Yeah, you hear the question. You hear that there are questions, people talking on the other side. There's conversation happening, and there's commotion in the room. You obviously can tell that the gentleman on the other side is blocking the doorway purposely, and you can tell it's the back of one of the deckhands.
But I don't know what's really going. I just from obviously what I've seen already. I just know there's a lot of people in there, and
Yeah, there's a
yes,
commotion in
there's
yeah.
commotion there.
Yeah. And to get through this door, you'd have to get through.
So I knock.
Yeah.
Does anybody open?
So you knock on the door hard, and immediately the person kind of turns towards the doorway, and cracks it open a touch and kind of looks in your direction. What do you do?
I say, excuse me, one of the midshipmen downstairs sent me up here to tell you that there's a revolt going on with the rowers, and that he needs help downstairs.
Give me a deception check.
Nicely put.
Wow.
Oh!
Natural 20. It's 22.
Wow. He says, stay right there. He turns around, and you see this deckhand circle the stairway and walk towards where Dryland is standing. No, the one in the back door.
Yes.
Yeah. Walk over to where Dryland is standing, and he whispers in his ear. And the deckhand comes back towards you, opens the door again. And says to him,
Says to me, or
says to you,
okay.
that they, he just says, you can go back downstairs. We are short-handed currently. Show me. And he goes through the door and he starts to walk down the stairs.
So he's going downstairs ahead of him or behind him?
He rushes down in front of you,
Okay.
and he kind of, he starts to rush down the stairs.
And I kind of slip into the door behind him.
Okay.
This 400-pound turtle.
Yeah.
And I just kind of try and stay to the shadows. Like, don't draw any more attention than I probably have.
Like a Ninja Turtle.
Okay, so, give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
I'm not trying to.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I'm just kind of over the corner. I'm not interacting with anybody. Just kind of what's going on.
Okay, so you just come in and tuck yourself in the corner.
Corner, yeah.
Are you trying for people not to
corner or
to
that
see
corner?
you, or
I'm trying to be as nonchalant as I can be, but not. I'm not trying to hide myself.
give me a performance check then,
Which corner?
or I'd say a persuasion check because you're trying to persuade people into kind of believing that you're.
Yeah, towards where you're going, right in that corner.
This corner?
Yeah. Sorry, performance check.
Yeah.
That is a big 7.
Okay. You come in, people notice you, dressed the way you are. A couple gasp at your kind of general visage, a visage, but you don't seem to have gotten the attention of any of the people who are talking.
Okay. I just stay there for a second. I just
Okay.
stay there.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. That was quite the
Isn't as
placement.
loud on the stream as
Wow.
it is in here?
I don't know. Roscoe, you're up.
Well, what sound set are you listening to?
Debauched party or something. Gala. It's a debauched gala.
Oh dear.
I'm continuing what I was doing before, which is ducking and weaving amongst the guests, trying to get my way to this doorway.
Okay. Trying to make your way towards what?
You going that way?
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing like double movement while sneaking?
Yep.
Alright, so that will get you.
If that makes any kind of sense.
There.
There.
Do you need me to
There she blows.
What's that?
stealth check?
Yeah, please.
Stealthy stealth.
What'd you get last time?
24.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll allow you to keep moving. If you want to get into the door or anything like that, then you would, whatever. But as you get to that point, a serving girl, older one, this one, peeks her head out the door, opens the door and peeks her head out down that hallway to see kind of what's going on.
Okay.
Just kind of inquisitive.
Is she fanciful?
No, she's older. Older, kind of just a homely sort of older
Still
woman.
be.
40s?
No, in
Or-
60s.
Okay.
You can still be hot in your
And she has,
60s.
yes, she can. And she has a broom in her hand.
This is
And she's kind of using the broom to
Can't be
open the
hot
door a
when
little
you're
bit. She's kind of
this is
looking at.
Sophia Loren looking at the door
Yeah.
here.
Sorry, I need to take a call. I apologize. Can you guys talk amongst yourselves just for a minute
Okay,
while I excuse myself from the table just for a sec?
we will allow
I'm
it.
sorry for that. There's lots of stuff going on in the world in the last 2 weeks, and I just need to get a call.
Okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
Some exciting news that we're not allowed to talk about as well.
Yes. Okay. I'll be right back.
Probably.
So, well,
Sorry.
always exciting news that we're not allowed to talk about. However, we do
Sam,
eventually
you're
get
the
to talk
DM now,
about it.
so.
Eventually.
Well, what does Jay always say?
Jay usually says, "Strap in, here we go."
Strap on. What?
Strap in,
Oh,
here we go.
Well, no, you can roleplay it however you want.
Yes.
So,
She's napping, by the way. She was leaning out the window, but her advanced
And then she
years,
just-
she just.
Are we technically allowed to talk about our next move right now?
I
or-
think we can.
I
I'd
think
say the rules are out the window right now. The lunatics are running the assignment.
So here,
We-
so here's what's going on. This turtle, just
Turtle.
got into the room and he's in that corner. Whoop, whoop.
Wow,
didn't-
look at you.
I did
Look,
not-
everybody's dead. You just
Here,
sent
here,
him
hold on.
right out the. You sent Dryland out the window. Just.
Sorry.
but Jacob's back and say, so Dryland's dead.
So Dryland's dead.
It was an accident, I swear.
Um,
A giant just flicked him.
we're just chilling, right?
Yeah.
And we're like all this stuff is going on around us. Do we end up going up to the turtle and be like, yo, where'd you come from? You just walked into this room where we didn't see you in this room before.
Well, I don't know if we even noticed him come in because he's, you know,
400-pound
in the
turtle.
shadows. A
Well-
400-pound turtle in the shadows walking on wooden boards. What could possibly have given him away?
And is the turtle dressed as though he's here to play poker?
Not
No,
really.
so I'm basically bare-chested. I've got buried breeches, and that's about it.
Okay.
Then yes, I imagine as soon as you walk
If
in,
you,
somebody
this
would
is not
notice.
the chocolate turtles guy
A
with the
turtle
monocle walk
man
in.
with a bear's chest.
Fighting
coat.
ninja
Yes.
Oh
team.
look, it's a turtle of the night. Rawr.
All right. So he's a turtle escort.
Yes, he is.
For Dryland.
Turtle.
Total
A lot of interesting tastes on the boat.
Totally
this evening.
crazy.
Okay, so Lord Dryland is the main dude that runs this casino boat.
Yes.
We haven't met Captain Storm yet, have we?
Yes, we have.
We
Oh,
have.
You have.
Was
I
Captain
haven't.
Storm at the?
That was the one where he
yeah.
was sneaking and being invisible in that.
I didn't write down the name of Captain Storm.
Okay, so
So
it is a
I'm glad you're
Captain
taking
Storm.
notes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
Very, very nice.
Maybe
Okay.
it's
Many,
maybe
many
that's why
happenings.
Jay got confused.
I'm kind of tempted to yoink this golden goose off of the table as
I
well.
was kind of thinking
Maybe
about
it's
Do you know
that.
what I
Captain Nova.
mean?
But he did say that it looked gold plated. I just don't think a gold plated goose is gonna do much for us.
But what if there's something inside,
Like chocolate.
So
like chocolate?
Colby Dietz suggests that we turn all the minis 180 degrees and see if Jay notices.
Hey, okay.
Done
Just everybody's
Okay.
looking away from
away
the table
from
now.
each other. How about
There we
that?
go.
Like back to back. Okay.
Thank you, Colby
Yes.
Dietz. This is a brilliant.
Why
idea.
not?
These guys
Oh,
are just
you've
looking.
already moved me up.
Yeah, there we are.
Is she falling over here now?
All right.
And
Oh,
then
she
we'll
didn't
have these
remember.
guys back to back
Okay.
as well.
And
Let's see if
Mr.
we can-
Turtle, sir,
Hey,
you're
Colby,
looking into
any
the
more
corner.
anarchy you'd like to engender while our DM is away?
Yes. Just. There we are.
And do we remember what was in this room? Have we revealed
We have not
it?
been in
Really
there.
yet.
I believe it is a kitchen, maybe. It looks kitchen-y.
Like a galley.
Or
Serving
secret
people
office.
are coming out of it.
Okay.
No, actually, that's the treasure and armory hold. She's in disguise. She's actually a wizard, so
Well,
I'm going to
of
go in there
course,
and
I should.
cause some serious damage.
I should have known.
I feel
They're
like
always
some of these
wizards.
people should be like this though, like this.
They should be
and
laying
like,
down.
and like that.
Actually, I think the answer to Sarissa's chip is hidden in this room, which is why I'm so anxious to get into it. So.
I see.
When I
Like,
was
honestly, what are we like? I thought we were looking for Imarith, right? Because the chip is possibly from the killer of the queen, but we didn't know the queen's name, so we couldn't ask her name. So
And
like
giants
asking
are
about
on the
Sarissa.
boat,
But-
so Imarith must have been in disguise when she.
Yeah.
But then why would Sarissa know?
But didn't you notice how like I asked about Sarissa and he's like, you know, pretending he doesn't know about it?
Right, and that might be because he just knows a little bit about the hierarchy of giants. So it's really hard to know what we can read into and what we can't.
So Colby now suggests we should add more minis
Know what I mean?
and put a Kraken on the table.
Ooh, a kraken.
Oh, the Kraken's in the other room though. We do have a Kraken.
When I was
Is
younger,
it a mini kraken?
We have a Kraken. Huh?
Is it a mini? Or do you mean like a
We have
bottle
a
of
Hulk.
Kraken rum? Is that what
This
you're
is
saying?
We can
they
use
have
a
they
Hulk.
have
No, it's
control.
actually like a Kraken mini, but I think it's unpainted currently.
Okay.
Yes. There's some really amazing, awesome minis in that back room that are currently unpainted, but I don't think we're allowed to show them. Otherwise, I would bring this table cam back there and we'd show off the room. But I don't think we're allowed to.
Now, the only problem that I can foresee with
she fell over.
enacting on all of Colby's ideas
Yes.
is that when our DM gets back and realizes the shenanigans we've been up to, we will be much less likely to want to ever leave the table again.
Right.
Not that it's ever going
Whose
to
fault
happen
is
again,
that?
though.
It
So
is kind of mid-session, you know, if we're being, you know, if we're
With
doing
discount?
that. But I'm sure that he left for good reason. That guy looks very familiar. What do you think, Roscoe?
I think what there's.
They should
No,
be little
Rexy.
ones, yeah.
I think there's actually some White Walkers.
Do you
Let's do some White
recognize him?
Walkers.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones enters Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm sure it's happened before.
When I was younger and I played Barbies in my bedroom, I would leave the room and like
Oh,
go to the
Batman.
bathroom And then my brother would
Said
take
that
all the
he's
Barbies
a
and
soldier of
flip
Gondor.
them over and drop their pants. And when I came back into the room, all my Barbies would be on their hands and knees.
Sorry, did you say older brother?
My older brother.
Yeah,
Like,
sounds
Peter,
about right.
what did you do to my Barbies?
Boys. You know what I mean?
Can't even,
Okay.
Right?
can't even leave my Barbies alone.
Right.
Hey, Colby, we've got a couple of
the-
White Walkers and
Yeah.
what looks to be. I don't know, how would you describe this guy?
This guy,
Oh, let me put his face up.
he's a
there.
gravekeeper.
Oh, that explains it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he belongs up here at the front.
He's the creepy guy that you just meet in the graveyard, and he's all like, "So, what are you doing here?"
Now, will the Tyrannosaurus Rex convince him that that's the only thing we did, or is that going to be the clue that leads him to realize that we've screwed everything up?
That's good. That's a good question. I feel like the T-Rex is going to be a dead giveaway. The White Walker's probably
Okay,
as
so
well.
maybe the T-Rex is a little much.
Maybe.
Do we have a
but
shark that we can in the water?
Like a bear shark.
Megalodon.
Like a megalodon?
I don't want to give him ideas. If we, I mean, actually, the T-Rex probably would have been a bad idea then too. It's like a T-Rex rising out of the water
He's
There's all
cute.
sorts of goody stuff.
because you guys are all smart asses.
Well, if it's a smart ass or dumb ass, you know.
What about the furniture? Should we just put?
So, hey, is there anything about this table
Balabar's
that you guys
here.
want
There's
to
a
see?
bookcase in the middle
Yeah,
of the
these
room.
rivets are actually like right in there. Like that's like can't even do anything.
How
about
heavy
that.
are these things?
These?
Oh, they're actually quite heavy.
Yeah.
These coins
Don't-
are.
don't drop them on the
I
table,
wanna
on the
say
The professor in
I
the
know this.
attic with
they're beautiful.
the,
Is what they
the
are.
keys. That was the murder weapon.
This is actually quite heavy.
We need
Very,
to
very
turn this into
nice
a
D&D
get a
coin.
touchscreen this size. So we can
Very, very nice.
That'd be cool.
That would be nice.
This one's got somebody that's got Spidey sense.
Maybe we should talk to the operations manager about
Like a Spidey sense
budgetary
beside me.
discretion.
if only we had one of those available
And a high
to speak to.
drive. Right.
Are you loving it yet?
This is non-Spidey sense Poseidon.
What?
Doing Realm Smith full time.
And a castle.
Yeah, it's fun.
When are you guys doing crates next?
All week.
Okay.
Yes.
And when is the next opportunity to punch up the? Is that looking at me?
Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
that's
Look at that.
That's handsome.
Are you single?
Adorable.
If the right person asks, absolutely. Could be you.
Could be you.
Probably not. But it could
Yeah.
be
You look like a cuddler.
you. Do you watch other people play D&D?
No, he'd be a little spoon.
Little spoon.
He'd be a little spoon. Yeah.
The tallest one here, the little spoon.
You'd be the little spoon.
Oh, sorry. I misunderstood where you were going with that. I'm like, I'm not little. But you
I'm saying you would like to be cuddled.
that's
You
really
would
nice.
you would go into your little ball.
That's very thoughtful of you. But
And you'd be
I'm
like,
pretty sure
cuddle
next
me.
time the hut gets built,
Really
yeah,
nice.
there's not going to get into
Stupid
it.
Oh yeah, for
Nope,
anybody that
sorry.
hasn't seen our lighting grid,
Metagaming.
this is our lighting grid here.
These are going to be exciting though, because then
Yes,
like when
because these will
when
be
you
tied to our
guys
super
vote,
chat. When we get super chat going, you'll be able to give us inspiration. These will light up, and
It's like a
We'll
halo.
get like a yeah. So yeah. I hear creaking of stairs. I'll
Hey,
put
what's
this
the
back
difference
down.
between a Garbon?
Nope,
what?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
A
nope,
what?
Nope. Nope.
I said Garbanzo.
I
Nope.
don't know what a garbanzo is.
Nope. That's
Nope.
the start of a bad joke.
I just came into the room at the right time.
Yes, you did.
We did. We were running out of ideas.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. There's a lot going on
That's
in
okay.
life, and I just needed to make a call.
We tried nothing
Yeah.
and we're all out of
Feel better?
ideas.
All right.
Right. She's
So-
peeking out the door.
Yes, she's peeking out the door. You see her. She's wearing kind of an apron with a broom handle, and it looks like she may have been sweeping kind of dusty clothing. And yeah, that's the current scene. What do you do, Roscoe?
So she just peeked her head out the doorway, right? Are those doors ones that swing both ways, or
Yeah.
just?
heard that about you.
I can't.
Swinging both ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love those kind of doors. Okay. How long is she? Is she still poking her head out?
What is happening exactly over here with the?
Colby, that was 2 full minutes. 2 full minutes before our DM noticed that you had encouraged us to skew the gameplay.
There you go.
I blame Colby.
The White Walkers over
It's all
here.
Colby's fault.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
It was.
It was Colby.
It was Colby.
These guys are probably all looking that way. Anyway, don't worry. It's nothing. It's normal.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Adding random people to.
There was a T-Rex, but we decided it was.
Yeah, that might have
That
been
was
too
too
much.
Too much? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until she stops poking her head through, and then I'm just. Oh wait.
The sound.
Moans in the galley. I'm gonna investigate.
Ah.
How do I get past this one? Okay, I'm gonna wait till she closes the door.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to very slowly. I'm gonna wait another minute or so, and then slowly push the door open just to see if she's
Okay.
paying attention.
Say that again.
Okay, so she's using a broomstick, poked her head out, looking
Yeah.
at the action.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she probably at some point is gonna be like, okay, sure.
No, she's watching.
She's watching.
Yeah.
Okay, can I? Is that representative? Like I can't squeeze past her to get inside?
Go under her legs.
No, the door is like basically she's in the doorway, so you'd have to open the door and she'll fall out while you open it. At this point, how long do you want to wait? 6 seconds is up. So, do you want to act?
I'm gonna wait a minute.
Okay. All right, that minute will take 10 rounds because we're in 6-second rounds. So,
Fine, I push the door open.
actually, at this point, we're out of initiative
Okay,
because everybody's just kind of waiting around.
Yeah.
We'll still go through order, but you'll have a little bit more time. So you
I'd
wait
like to
you wait a minute or
retract
so.
that,
Yeah.
You have time to make a hut, so.
Yeah. If you have a minute, so eventually she lets the door close behind her,
Okay.
and you hear talking on the other side.
Okay. So then I wait another minute, and I slowly push the door open, so gradually that no one would ever notice.
Okay.
And then I peek my head in to see what I can see.
Okay.
Oh. Never seen one of those before.
1 sec. Sorry. That is.
Oh, that's a fancy octopus you have there. So purple. How do you keep it alive out of water?
Is it Davy Jones?
There we go.
Davy Jones.
You
Mother load. Is that a giant turtle? No, it's a dead.
It was a turtle. Is it? No, I think that's the
kinda
wheel. It's the wheel?
Well, we'll be up front.
It's a stove.
Okay, Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, no, you're right. It's a
Jesus,
stove.
take the stove.
Jesus, take the stove.
Jesus, start cooking.
okay? Here we go. You walk in.
Oh, Balabar's in
and
there.
you notice that there is a kitchen. Balabar, that's funny.
Oh.
There is a okay. It's enough already.
Ooh. I love
Sirenscape.
Sirenscape.
You walk in and you see that the woman is over here, and they're all gossiping about what is happening outside. There's a cook, a barmaid, and a woman who is holding that same broom.
Is this representative? It's full of like little potion bottles.
No,
Okay.
it's full of like kitchen equipment and
It's a
Boxes
vanilla
of rice.
extract is what
stuff.
you see in
Yeah.
it. It's all vanilla extract.
I would like you to make a stealth check though as you open this door though.
Come on, good die. That's a bad die.
Is that a?
Advantage because you're invisible.
Oh, that's right.
Well done. So it was a 6 and now it's a 2.
Jeez.
12. It's 12 actually.
Oh, that's not bad.
He's at 12.
All right.
That's the wrong die.
Okay, so as you open the door, it creaks slightly. They turn towards you and see that the door is slightly ajar. What do you do?
I let it slowly. I just slowly let it.
Okay. All right. So as you let it slowly close, Vor, you're up.
All right. Did I notice this turtle come in?
Give me a perception check. What was your persuasion check? For? No, what was it? What did you roll last time? You know?
For what?
For your persuasion? For trying to walk into the corner of the room? It was low, right?
Yeah, that was like
Okay.
14.
Okay. Perception is 23.
Yeah, so you absolutely saw the turtle walk into the room.
All right. So I'm kind of.
And it is a turtle. He's wearing like basically nothing up top except for his shell,
yeah.
the front of his shell, the yellow grid part, and then just kind of loose-fitting trousers, frayed at the bottom a little bit. No weapons that you can see, as everybody on the ship. They said no weapons as you came on, of course. And he's got his house on his back.
All right. So my eyes are like wide, looking out over at this guy.
Yeah, you've never seen a turtle before.
Akantha.
What is that?
It's a big turtle, man.
I've never seen one of those.
He's awesome.
Do you reckon we should maybe go up to him and start talking to him?
There is nothing else to do right now. We have to talk to him.
Let's grab another glass of wine and bring it over to him and show him that we're friendly.
Okay. So I had kind of spit the wine back in the glass. I just put it down on the table, back where I grabbed it, and like,
You go ahead.
and so I'm. You didn't grab the one I just spat.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
All right. Well, okay. So I walk over to Mr. Turtle.
How's it going?
So are we actually talking? Okay.
Yep.
Good.
So, you're a big turtle.
I'm actually quite small for my people.
I'm quite big. You're small.
Yes, I'm actually very small for my people.
You look like a big turtle to me.
We are turtles.
Turtles. I've been pronouncing it wrong my whole life.
Yes, it sounds like you have.
Yes.
And you are
I am Vor.
Onthiel.
What?
Onthiel.
Onthiel?
Onthiel.
Onthiel?
Yes.
Off.
Onthiel. Onthiel.
Onthiel.
Onthiel.
You've got it.
Onthiel. Yes. Okay, got it. Good. Yes.
So you're there?
You'll have to excuse my friend. He's just really excited. He's never seen a turtle.
Never before. It's
person.
amazing.
He's
And
just
I'm super excited.
turtle. Yes.
Yeah.
Do I get any sort of sense that I can trust these people, or that they don't necessarily fit in?
Give me an insight check.
On that note, with my perception, did I get a sense that he's not really dressed for the occasion?
Yeah.
21.
Oh, it's very clear he's not supposed to be at this party.
21.
He's obviously on the boat, so you imagine he's some sort of
Right.
help. So 21?
21.
I'm just trying to figure out if that's an opposed check or not. Give me a general performance check right
Performance.
now. Yeah. Because you're trying to
Be nice.
be
Just-
someone. No, just your. You know how your posture and your whole like.
Oh, because I'm
thing.
trying to
Yeah.
act like I'm.
Yeah.
Okay, 14.
You can tell you've been around and you've traveled a lot. You've seen a lot of combat and adventurers and stuff, and you can tell that his suit doesn't quite fit. He's standing a little taller and a little bit more than he should be. His scars are not that of a noble; they're that of someone who has fought his life for survival. So he is not meant to be here. The woman who's behind him appears to be somewhat this. Give me a performance check, which you did very well last time.
Say, I think they have a dress code. Would you like to borrow my jacket?
I'm afraid I don't think a jacket would fit over my house.
13.
It's pretty big. I'm 7 feet tall.
What is it, 15?
13.
13. You can also tell that the woman behind him doesn't quite fit in either. That they're trying, and they've got some really nice kind of clothing on, but you can tell dirt under her fingernails, scars, all that kind of stuff. Like they've seen combat, and they're not highfalutin. They're not of this standard. The typical.
Okay. So what is all the commotion on this floor? What is going on?
I think some of the guards have gone crazy, and they seem to think they're following somebody, but there's nobody here. Hallucinogens in the air or something. Yeah.
You two don't really belong here, do you?
Well, we can say the same thing about you, can't
Well,
we?
that's kind of obvious.
Yes,
Right.
which is why if you would like to borrow my jacket, you may. I do think it might fit.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
The
Would you-
clothing doesn't feel right on me.
I have a very wide frame. Would you like me to kind of block others' view of you? Or are you concerned of being...
No.
All right. Yes.
So what brings you on the boat? I imagine it's not just the gambling.
No. But may I ask what you're doing on the boat?
Hold it there, and we'll go back to Jeff. Jeff, as you kind of, as you're looking, what do? You let go of it, you said, right? And you step back?
I do.
Yeah, okay. So as you do that, you feel somebody approaching, and Pao Ming is basically right beside you when you do that. And she's and she kind of opens the door. Like, see, she goes to open, her hand is coming out to open the door to go in that room with you.
I
Sidestep?
sidestep, and
Okay,
then
so you sidestep, and she opens the door and walks through.
I hold the door open just long enough as
Okay.
she goes through to follow in, and then let it swing.
Okay, give me a stealth check, sir. With advantage.
Well, hello.
I'll get
Natural
to that
20.
It happened.
Do you want the adder on top
Yes,
of that?
sure.
26.
Okay, 26. With a 26, you effortlessly go right through, slip in. Where do you want to be in this room while she's in there?
In the bag of holding. She does.
You're gonna jump in her bag of holding.
Well, I'm gonna hopefully wait for her to put it down and then you.
Okay. All right. She walks into the room. She approaches. She approaches the group and she starts to have a conversation. She's not hushed necessarily. She's hushed from the outside, but she's not being quiet in the room.
Right.
The conversation. She keeps the bag tight to her back, seemingly the entire time while they're having this conversation. And she just explains what's happening out front, outside, that they've closed in the area. She'd like them, the staff, to stay in this room. Have they experienced anything strange back here, or sensed anything strange? I guess invisibility can be detected by detect magic or anything like that, right? Only by true sight. I believe?
Detect magic would.
It didn't say that in the. It didn't say.
It didn't say in the spell description. The spell description is the little
No.
bag.
Yeah. Okay. No. So the barmaid says that they noticed that the door opened slightly, just moments ago, and then closed, seemingly of its own volition. She turns towards the door, and then she starts to make a circle around the room. What do you want to do?
Like she's drawing a circle?
No, she's walking a circle around the perimeter of the room.
I'm going to wait until she passes by me and then just step in behind her. Circle right along with her.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
No idea. Heart's aflutter just thinking about it.
So the detect magic, you can't see an invisible person with detect magic, but if they have magical items on them, you can detect those
Is that what it says?
within range of 30 feet for detect magic.
I don't have anything.
You left it all at the hotel.
Right.
What do you have, Jeffrey?
I don't.
What does your character have? What do you have?
I have a rapier and I've got a. Oh no! Although
What magical items do you have?
I don't think I have any. Do I?
I don't know. Do you? this is
I don't know.
something you should know.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't think I do.
Okay. All right. She starts to walk the room. You can tell she's looking around it. Okay. What do you just kind of,
Yeah,
where do you
just-
go while she does that?
I'm following her. Like
Around?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Why don't you give me a stealth check while you do that?
Okay.
Advantage on
25.
25. Okay. All right.
And then I knock over one of the pans.
Do you? Really?
Yeah, why not?
My God.
As you're walking by, there's a hook, and you knock one of the pans off the wall, and it goes cling, 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 and she turns towards you right away, and you actually see she's wearing this robe, as I mentioned earlier, and it's got these green snakes embroidered on it,
Right.
and you almost see the robe go like it flutters when she turns. The snakes flutter a little bit and then settle, and she looks towards that. And she takes out her dagger like this, and she puts her hand out in front of her, perhaps like she's about to do something.
Fireball.
Really?
Fireball the whole thing.
Now, if I'm walking, so she's here, I'm behind her, and I flip one of the pans like this.
Yeah.
She turns towards the pan, not towards me.
You were at the pan though, right?
No, I'm saying that I just would have reached out and.
Yeah. But you're in that general vicinity.
I'm behind her, so she would have turned to her right. I'd still be behind her, I think.
She lets a firebolt go.
Okay. Towards
And-
the pan that missed me entirely.
That's what you're hoping. A firebolt flies out of her hand. It hits the wall beside you.
Yeah.
Actually hits the pan as it's falling.
Yeah.
And it falls. And she stops and she listens. You just stand there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to you guys.
So what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm actually one of the rowers.
It's him.
Rower. Roars. Roars.
That's
Okay.
my people are very strong.
Would you be in trouble being up here?
Probably. But
Can we help you?
I don't see how. I'm actually trying to find the person who owns the boat. Do you happen to know who that is?
Or if you see a man with an octopus wrapped around his head, that's the one.
Do I see a man with an octopus?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's at the stairs.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's a very, very
Oh.
nice guy.
That's him?
Yeah.
His name is Lord Dryland.
Dry dock. What?
Dryland.
Dryland.
Dry land.
How long have you been rowing for this boat?
Only a couple days. I was traveling up and down the Sword Coast. Sorry. I was traveling up and down the Sword Coast when I happened to be able to take this job and thought it might be interesting.
Traveler, you look like you've seen a scrape or two, no?
Oh, yeah. You must have had your share of adventuring too. You get into the odd scrape here and there.
Yeah, we've been in a couple of fights.
Okay.
Killed some giants.
Giants.
Bad giants. Not the good ones. We like the good ones, but the bad giants. Am I talking too much, Akantha?
Just a tad. Is there a specific mission that you're hoping to accomplish?
Do I get any sort of sense that I can trust them?
Give me an insight check.
One. Hold on.
Pull down
So
your
it's
shirt.
9.
You absolutely believe it's
9.
possible.
A 9, but natural one is a automatic fail.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't trust them at all.
No, you trust him. Well, what do you guys want? What are you guys trying to get across? Like,
Well, we're trying to get a
At this
sense
point.
of who he is, but we're mostly just being us. So I think that means that we're being good, nice.
I
kind
think
people.
we're both being honest, and we can tell that he's being honest, and we all recognize that we're not supposed to be there, so we're trying to find some kind of common ground
Yeah.
to.
you are convinced that they are here of a nefarious nature, that they are looking to
Cause trouble?
cause trouble of all kinds of sorts of bad.
And you like it.
Giants, you say?
Natural ones.
Yep.
Have you had recent dealings with any giants?
Yep. I mean,
Yes, we
yeah.
have.
Yep.
Yes, we have.
Should I be talking to you and not him?
You can absolutely talk to him, but I will just make sure that that we get the proper points across. He's really excited and nervous to talk to you. That's all.
That's right. If you use some big words, though, you might have to explain them. That's all.
Well, in my travels recently, I've heard rumors about so-called Ordering of Giants and the breaking of them.
Yes.
I'm a cleric. I'm a Tempest cleric. And
yes.
we've received words of storm giants talking about this. Have you heard anything from your recent giant talks with giants of something similar?
In fact, we have. When you say ordering of giants, do you mean the ordering?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yes. I thought so. We are on a similar mission. Some evil is afoot.
Well, it's come to my attention that the Kraken Society has a connection to that, and that somebody at this boat is a member of that society.
I'm not familiar with the Kraken Society.
I don't know much about them.
Do you reckon then we should start looking for someone who is involved in this society?
I suppose.
Well, I heard the owner of the boat is a member, but I've been stuck downstairs rowing for the last couple of days. This is the first chance that I've had to come upstairs.
Is his membership a secret? Or if we ask him, will it raise alarm bells?
I'm afraid I don't know much more than that.
Well, one time like the present, maybe we should go see if he is busy.
What does it look like he's doing? Is he speaking with somebody, or is he?
He is talking to Ricardo, actually, who's right beside him. And as you guys are having this conversation, and as you look over to him, you see the door open that's right beside you guys, and the deckhand that was at the door comes back through that door. What do you guys do? He's entering the room again.
Okay. Well,
I'm afraid my deep Shepson may have caught up with me.
so you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
To
So
you two over.
I kind of like slip in front of him and kind of like broaden my stance, kind of like a stretch, like a to sort of hide him behind me.
And I just go up to him and just expose my cleavage. Give him a distraction.
All right. I'd like you to make a
cleavage roll.
deception check. I would like you to make a deception check as well, because you're trying to deceive them into believing that he's not
deception.
here. And what are you doing?
I'm retreating into the corner as much as I can.
Okay. 8.
5.
Give me a stealth check to see if you can kind of like back into the corner and not be seen.
I don't even know how that happened.
It went right through to the floor, I think.
Stealth?
Yeah.
12.
Okay. He walks in, and he doesn't. He actually kind of looks around like this, and actually doesn't see you right away. But he kind of turns the corner and walks towards Dryland.
This way?
Yeah. Roscoe, you are in the room. You just got firebolted near beside you, and she is watching in that direction. She's watching the door, and she's watching that whole kind of area. What do you do?
I'm going to sneak over to the. Okay, so if the door is hinged on this side, right,
It swings both ways.
right,
That's
right,
it, yeah.
no.
Swings both ways.
Yeah, we covered that. I'm gonna sneak over to the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the hinge here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bang the door open
Okay.
as if something had just fled,
Okay.
and then I'm going to retreat.
Stay in the room.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like you to give me a deception check.
Ooh,
And a performance check, actually. Not deception.
okay, performance might be better.
Oh, you're a bard, so
True.
I hope so.
Yes, it is a better one.
Ooh.
13.
13.
What's that?
She turns towards the door and she races towards the door
Okay.
and goes out it.
And as she goes out it,
Yeah.
let the door swing once
Yeah.
open
Yeah.
and slide out of it.
Okay, give me a dexterity check to do that, please.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you acrobatics. You're trying to like kind of swing past the door and like.
17.
Yeah. Okay. So you wait for it to swing. You
Yeah.
slip way out behind her. Where do you go? So she goes that way. She goes into the hallway,
Okay.
and she yells, "He's here!" There. Where do you go? She's forward a little bit that way. Yeah. Not that much. At the line. Yeah. There.
Too much taking
This
back.
is a wall here, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It's him.
Can you walk through walls?
Surprisingly, no. I'm going to just shadow her right behind. Well, I'll put her to behind her.
Okay. And that deckhand there comes around the corner. That's stopping. Yeah, that one there. That's blocking that door. Goes there. And he starts to talk to her. She starts to come back, and she's like, "I know he's around here." And he's kind of like takes out his scimitar and is kind of like doing one of these and poking the air and trying to find you.
Okay, I'm gonna crouch down.
Okay. All right. So you're right behind her.
Yeah. No, I can't do that.
Dryland leaves that area and starts to walk this way.
This way?
Yeah, at that point, another deckhand comes through the door at the back, and someone who you recognize as the captain walks in the back as well.
Oh, Yalaxo.
They walk in together and they start to walk towards Dryland, who is walking towards the back.
He's walking towards them.
Yeah, he's there. No, sorry, the front. Sorry. Yeah, he's walking towards them.
These
They
guys
start
are
to
on-
walk. Yeah, right there's fine.
Is there a maximum number of targets I can hit with a fireball? Like if there's,
No,
if there's
it's a
17
radius.
people in there,
Always violence.
It's brutal. What do you guys do?
Let's just dodge the fireball. Okay, so we're still
Got
hiding
ourselves
the
in a
portal,
pickle. Trying to hide the turtle. For right now, it seems as though it's worked.
and we wouldn't be allowed to leave, right?
Right now, there is actually nobody watching you.
But if we leave and are found outside when we've been told to stay inside, it's probably going to be a kerfuffle.
Hey, I'm about to die so that you can get your ass to safety. So make use of it, please.
Okay, we don't know if that's why you're going to die. Okay.
I'm not gonna
I
die.
think that
My friend, I do not want you to be sent back below decks if you do not wish. Seems our goals may be aligned.
Yeah, for the time.
So we need to speak to Dryland, yeah?
Preferably alone.
This could be a challenge.
I know.
Let me be honest with you. We're pretty sure that the one causing all this trouble is a friend of ours who's currently invisible. Do you have any idea at all of any way we can get out of this and talk to Dryland?
No, I don't. What's the radius of one of these? Sorry, what's the squares again? 15?
Yeah.
15 by 15?
Yeah.
I would like to go up to Dryland and attempt to charm him to bring him over to our area so that we can talk to him in private.
Okay. So you start to walk that way. Okay. So those guys, the captain closes,
in a very slow,
and the captain puts a hand on.
sensual way.
Okay. And the captain puts a hand on Dryland's shoulder and he turns and they start talking as you're approaching. As you're approaching, you overhear the captain say, "I think you should go back to your quarters until We have this sorted. I think it's safer. Dryland says he's like, oh, okay. He like tickles his little octopus, and then starts back towards you as you're approaching from that direction.
Okay.
So bring Akantha around to wherever she is. Yeah.
It's a brand new sentence right there.
There's octopus. Yeah.
Tickles his little octopus.
We don't know where his quarters are yet, do we?
No, you do not. What do you do?
So we've heard this? Or
No,
just
she has
the
heard it as
conversation?
she's
I
approaching.
heard it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him to come talk to us in private.
Okay, so you approach. They're walking backwards, and you step in front of them. What do you say?
Oh, Lord Dryland, please, if I can have just a moment of your time, if I could talk to you in private with my friends, I would really, really appreciate it.
And that's your charm.
That's my charm.
Okay. What's his save?
Wisdom save, right?
Wisdom saving throw.
And if he fails, he knows.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's our house rule.
What's your wisdom? What's the difficulty? Did we wait? We said
15. Wisdom 15.
Okay. We said that we're not sure how it works. We need to figure that out before the next time it happens.
We've kind of been house ruling it like there's a chance
When it ends,
that-
he knows for sure.
Yeah.
That's in the
Yes.
rules.
Yes.
But there is a chance that if it fails, he knows.
I'm gonna give him a perception check.
Okay.
If he fails, and then he'll know if he.
Okay.
If he
I'd say
fails.
that's our house rule.
What was the saving?
Wisdom 15.
Okay.
Dryden's part frost giant, so he's not very smart. He'll be fine.
So you walk up and he says, I'll be getting to my chambers for now. We can speak later this evening.
Okay, of course. Thank you so much.
And they keep walking this way in a group. So the deckhand, the captain, and Dryland escort him back through the doorway and out and up the staircase.
Down the staircase?
Up the staircase.
Oh, up the staircase.
Yeah.
Kills that part of the fun.
So I saw this.
Back to you. What do you do?
I was really hoping that Dryland was going to come up to the group.
It's not happening.
I was with my ink bottle,
Yeah.
and then as his octopus was like shaking at the girl and make it think that. Anyway, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you made me
the weirdest
ink.
creative.
Okay, so Pao Ming is here,
Standing,
and-
talking to the other deckhand.
and he's like,
And he's like poking, and they are, yeah, and they're not quite sure where to go or what to do at this point, except that they just
What
rolled a
direction?
natural 20. So the deckhand said, the Pao Ming stops. She said she stops and she says, "He's close. I can sense that he's close."
Smells cologne.
And they start to she turns and like this far from you,
Right.
and starts to walk in your direction, and takes out her dagger and starts to like
Okay.
poke, and they're closing in into that corner.
It's fun.
What do you do?
How much room is the? How wide is this hallway?
Well, it's about 8 feet.
Okay.
It's 8 feet wide where you are right now.
Okay. And she's right in the middle of it,
Yeah, and she's walking towards you, and the deckhand is behind her.
right behind her.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they walking kind of just in the center of the aisle?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to drop down quickly and hug the wall.
At the back.
Yeah, just so if they're coming this way, I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop and hug this wall
Okay.
until they pass, and then shimmy forward.
Okay, you're gonna try and hug until they pass.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do? Lord Dryland's left.
I tried to go.
Which way did he go?
Out the back door.
Oh, okay. We don't know where he went after that.
I tried to go and talk
Door
to him,
closes
but
behind
he
him.
made it very apparent. That
Sorry, no,
he
no,
just
he didn't go
went
to that.
to
Sorry,
his-
he went up the staircase. in
He
the
went
back.
up the staircase.
Yeah, they went up the staircase.
He went to his chambers.
So, I mean, so
Do you think there's going to be another opportunity?
I think, if anything, if we can get Roscoe's attention, now would be the perfect time for get him to be invisible, to go upstairs and overhear any conversations that we might be having with the captain.
All right, but all right.
Do you have any idea where your invisible friend is?
No, but we don't really need to. We can just pretend that he's somewhere over here.
So we have no idea.
Well, I mean, there's
I
been a
gather
lot of
he's-
stuff over there. He's probably over there.
So maybe we should make our way over there and maybe give ourselves make ourselves available to those people that are looking for somebody on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that would be enough of a distraction for him to maybe squeeze his way out of that hallway.
So we just go up and see if we can help and distract them. Just okay, let's see.
Let's try that.
Do you want to come or stay?
Sorry, you're trying to make a distraction?
Yeah.
We're going to make our way over to that hallway where all that kerfuffle was coming from, because that's where I think he is.
Talk to them, offer our services, see if they could use a little bit of help from some muscle.
I might have something up my sleeve that could.
Not wearing sleeves.
Yes. I might have something in my shell that might help.
Keep things in it?
All of my insides.
My spine is there.
So. Sorry, guys, bear with me.
Let's slowly make our way
Yes, sir.
over there.
This is happening while we're
So-
sleeping.
Sorry, these are 15 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to suggest we move over so that we can line of sight to what the commotion.
But,
That deckhand is over there, so.
Oh, we can't occupy the same square? Or?
You can't, well.
He just might see you.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're still trying to hide me. Okay, never mind. What I'm going to do is not going to work.
Okay. So I'm just going to grab some more glasses of wine.
Sorry, is the deckhand guarding the stairs or?
He's currently looking up that hallway. And he actually starting to kind of move in that direction.
So.
Remember, there's people all in that center area. It is a massive people. A lot of people are standing, looking around, nervous. Few of the highfalutin women are kind of like crying in their hankies.
Might I suggest we just try and sneak upstairs now?
We
Tell you
could.
this. Why don't you boys start sneaking up those stairs? I'm going to make my way over and drink some more and be super drunk and just accidentally fall over on that guard hand and just spill all this wine on his beautiful uniform and apologize profusely.
Oh dear. Okay. Well,
Unless you have any other better ideas.
I'm just concerned. I don't want it to make us suspicious. If we sneak around places we probably shouldn't be right now, it'll make us seem far more suspicious and possibly tied to these other weird events. Whereas, I had a thought though, if we go to the group of people, play on the paranoia that there's some invisible cretin going around grabbing bums, then maybe people will sort of phantom, they'll start to think that
Phantom
it's
tickler?
happened to them, and or I could, say, oh, something just pushed me, and make a big scene of it. Huh?
I like it.
All right.
Let's do that.
But we can hide you among the group, potentially, as long as they don't mind you touching them. They do seem pretty rich and snotty.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm thinking of kind of doing a two-tier plan. So we're keeping him hidden among the group.
of people, as long as they don't mind him being relatively close to them.
Okay.
But also kind of dropping little words that the invisible person's been grabbing bums and possibly trying to steal things, and to make everybody nervous and think that he's really close to them.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, "Oh, someone just pushed me," and and kind of do, kind of make it seem like he's.
And where do you
over
want to
here.
do this exactly?
Like around the group of people, just
Okay.
kind of like get
You go
everybody
over-
like
yeah.
really reacting to
Yeah.
really distract.
Okay. I'd like you to make a performance check, please.
Okay.
I'd like to make a good performance check, please.
And are
Okay,
you guys
well, can you
helping
tell
him
me
do
which
this?
die is
Like,
gonna work?
What's the plan? Are you
I
guys
am
involved at all?
helping him as well. I'm going to go over and I'm going to start being like, oh, I feel like my
Advantage on
purse is
that?
lighter.
Advantage?
Yeah.
Good, 'cause that would- oh, come on. 12.
A 12.
12.
Fools everyone!
Oh, somebody just pushed me.
Okay. All right. So you do this, and the commotion starts. People are like, "What?" And kind of some of the more naive people at the tables or in the area start to freak out a little bit. Some of the women stand up and start to scream. The deckhand looks over and sees you, the one at the back, over there. He was talking to Ricardo at the moment. Looks back and he sees you and he says, "You!" And he points directly across the room at you. Over on this side, Pao Ming stands in front of you, and she stops, and all of a sudden, one of the snakes that comes around starts to slither back and starts to protrude. And as the snake drops off her robe, it lands on the ground, and it's a giant snake that unravels from her robe and starts to slither down the hallway in your direction. That's where we're going to end the session for this
No, thank
evening.
you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Really appreciate you all tuning in. We are going to roll a dice, and Rebecca is going to tell us which one to do here so that we can choose a winner. That
You're a
we give a
winner.
membership to the realm.
This is why we can
Um,
never go anywhere nice.
Nope.
All right.
This is why we
Rebecca
can't
is
take
on it.
Roscoe
I
with us.
love this. I love this. Okay,
Well,
good.
At least we're never
She's
bored.
on it. Here we go. D100. Colby Dietz.
Oh, Colby!
Why is that?
Yes!
Well done, Colby.
Why is
Well,
that?
let's just say we had an interesting conversation with Colby.
When you were gone.
Interaction with
Yeah.
Colby.
Oh,
while
really?
You were
Yeah.
having your
Yeah.
conversation.
That is amazing. So Colby, I don't
Deserve
know if you are a member of the realm already. I can't remember. We've had so many in the last month. And we're really thankful for that. If you are a member of the realm already, you can gift that to somebody else. And so we will send you a link that you can follow, that you or another person can follow and request to be added, and then we will add them to the realm. You just need to tell us who it is so that we know when we're approving their request. So congratulations, Colby. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, make sure that you hit the little bell icon and you subscribe to our channel as well on Twitch. If you want to, you can follow us and we'll be notified. Tune in this Sunday, 5 to 7 Eastern, 2 to 4 Pacific time, right? 5
Sure.
to 7, 2 to 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. For Nolzer's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith, we will be painting the young copper dragon with Vallejo paints, which we're super excited about. Tune in for that. A week from today, we're finally back with Order of Dragon's Bane. Right? It's going to be great. That gentleman over there will be DMing, and we're really excited. I think that's it. Check out our crates, www.realmsmith.tv if you're interested. Again, we are currently shipping our 4th of the series this week, and also shipping out all the first editions to those people who just subscribed. Thanks so much. You guys have a wonderful night. I don't think there's anything else to be said. Anybody have any other announcements?
Did you say
Special
noob-
thanks
noob
to Todd for haunting the dice for the first.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know.
And
Exactly.
Sirenscape for those.
Yes, for those
wonderful-
amazing,
amazing odds.
demoting
Yeah,
names.
thank you so much.
Incredible.
All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you very much. Peace.
Okay, guys.